Good evening, everybody. It's me and James. James was dancing to the music for the last time.
Oh my lord!
Dancing to the music.
Emotional. Sounds so much. It's not the last. It's not Save the Last Dance for me yet. Don't you worry about. Oh car friend. He's got
internet friends. How is everybody doing? Hope everyone's all right. Let's have a whiz through and see who's on. So we've got Sean. He was in very early. He was in a day or so ago.
It's outside squatting.
Yeah, we've got Amanda. Evening. We've got my mum.
Amanda. Hi, Pat,
mum. We've got Porky's in.
Porky's auditoriums.
Yeah, we've got Antoinette.
Antoinette, who never forgets.
No, just trying to get through. We've got Derek in. How you doing, Derek? Good to meet you this week.
Team
Chris
Tesla.
Tyler in. Yeah, Chris Tyler. Let's have a quick whiz through. Chris, Tap Bedler. We've got Endless Treasure in. How you doing? I hope you're well.
Hope you're very well.
Jones in.
Hello, Joan. Jones in the house.
We've got Santa Claus in. Evening, Santa.
All the way from the North Pole.
Evening, Santa. We've got Paula Marie in, Emsden, UK. Hope you're good. Yep, we've got Tam and Belle coming on.
Yeah, they're just coming from Scotland, so it's a long way to come.
We're just waiting for them to turn up.
It's a long way to come.
Yeah, we're just waiting for them to turn up. They're walking as well, so.
What? Via Stranraer? Stranraer in Scotland?
Stranraer?
That reminds me of a famous song that was sung by someone about walking miles, but I can't quite think of what type of song that could be.
How many miles would they walk?
We've
got Sean in.
Isn't it Ronan Keating who sings that? Life is a roller coaster.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
I know it.
Wasim's in.
Where's Wasim's videos at? He was smashing it out.
Where's your videos, Wasim?
Wasim's dried up more than my YouTube. Come on.
And we've got Lee, Fix It for Reselling. Got my daughter in, Jade. How you doing, darling?
How you doing, Jade?
It's just jumped.
You don't call me darling.
We've got Sean's in. Evening. Nice to see we've made an effort.
Of course we made an effort.
Got Dave.
Chicken pot on.
Chicken pot. Oh yeah, the old Brummy Frutch.
I've got me. I've got a signed Brum there in the background. That's signed by Brum Reseller.
Nice.
I've got a fort with him on there. And his ride.
Yeah, we've got Elaine. We've got Ian. We've got James. We've got
James.
We've got GBP.
GBP, good to see you.
I said hello to my mum, I think. Otherwise I'll get told off.
Pat.
Yeah, we've got Keith, Elaine, and then we're at the bottom.
And then Jilly.
And then
Jilly. Just snuck in.
Just snuck in the door.
Just saw her.
Welcome to everybody. Oh, we've got New England Betty Boot from America. I think, is it Lisette? I'm trying to remember names. I'm rubbish with names.
Roxette. It's Roxette. It's Roxette.
No, that's you're thinking of the band.
Na 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 na
apologies for the lack of videos.
She's got the looks. Oh yes. Can you tell it's my last show? I'm really, really hyped tonight.
You can see he's really happy because it's his last one. He's really happy. Look.
Yeah, apparently I get my paycheck for all 12 months.
I'll pay you.
Get my paycheck. I can't wait. I've just talked about
I've paid you already.
£12.50.
Stephen. Oh, Stephen's just back in the UK.
What?
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Seems like everyone's going on holiday at the minute.
Well,
right, so we have got guests on tonight.
Yeah.
Shall we bring them in?
1 second.
Shall we sing them in? Oh, I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more.
Tam and Belle.
Tam and Belle are here. How are you doing? Hope you're good. See, told you it's easy, isn't it? It's easy. It's easy being a guest.
Yeah.
It's easy being a guest. You ain't got to worry about all the chat and that. I'll deal with all that.
Have you noticed, Richard, behind our lovely guests, we have an amazing homemade message.
Oh,
and it
all the
says,
best, James.
I'm from Scotland. But if you also look, so we've obviously got from Scotland to England.
Yeah.
But we've also got a hand-drawn version of the Knights Life logo there as well.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Let's look. We have to have a look at this. Oh, look at this.
Let's get the tattoos done.
That's what that's it.
The rainbow letters.
That's it. We've got to get the tattoos.
When we have a drunken night out in Glasgow, that's what we're getting done. Tattoos.
Yeah.
Get them done on our bottoms, so that way, you know, we're never getting in trouble.
We've got Cha-Cha in. Good evening. I hope you're well.
Cha-Cha.
We've got Kristen in as well.
A rural squirrel.
Hey, Kristen.
She's a legend.
We've got to see what Sean's saying. In an hour of JR's imminent departure, I'm condensing a year's worth of piss taking into 2 hours. Stay tuned for all the links and none of the content as it's gone.
It's going to be great.
Yeah. It's going to be immense. It's going to be immense.
It's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good one. Right. So where do we start? We've got I've seen it. Said hello to Emsden.
Where do we start?
Where do we start?
We start let's just start with nice introductions, but most importantly, right? The most important thing to ask, right? Yeah. Is Tam and Belle, is your screen okay? Can you see us okay?
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about it.
And just to let you know, my screens I've got around me, they're absolutely fine. Richard, could you flip your laptop round and just show us, just so I can see how that's looking?
I can't show you because
what you done, right?
I've done nothing. I had a little accident with a laptop today. So
no, you broke the screen.
I'll show you what Richard's done. It's hilarious, right?
It's not hilarious. How's it hilarious? It's so horrible today.
If you don't laugh at this, then it is hilarious. Right, 1 second. I'll put myself on big screen. Here we are. Right, here
Evening, Jane. I hope you're well.
Here's Richard's screen.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's his screen.
Oh,
no. I'm not talking about it. It's like Fight Club. You don't talk about it.
Oh, so Richard basically tried to wrestle his laptop and
lost. Sean saying, in support of JR's schizophrenic nature, I'd like to say how nice it is to see my favourite 5 to 6 people live. Buy the merch as the content's gone.
Yes.
There you go.
The merch is coming. Merch is coming.
Oh, Ian's locked in from Amsterdam. Good evening.
Oh, brilliant.
Good evening, Ian.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
You're locked in from Amsterdam?
As long as he's not. Well, yeah, I suppose as long as he's not locked up in Amsterdam, it's all right.
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about. Yeah, as long as you're not, because
I think we're all right.
I think you'll be all right.
We got Max in. Evening, Max.
Hi,
Max.
Dave. We had Dave ABL saying about there is no replacement for James. He's irreplaceable.
Oh, that's the nicest thing he's ever said to me. Dave,
I'll say that now, but next week we'll see.
Yeah, next week. I'm just going to keep paying Dave like money.
Yeah, just keep paying him money.
Do you mind? I'm doing a live out here. Dickheads. Sorry, the bloody neighbourhood. You think the neighbour would know now after 12 months what's happening?
Well, they should know. They should know what you're doing on a Saturday night.
It's ridiculous.
Shocking.
Elaine saying important. Elaine saying important. Can we say hello and send get well wishes to Lainey, who is still in hospital after having her gallbladder removed on Thursday? Yeah, I saw the post. So get well soon, Lainey.
Get well soon, Lainey.
Yeah, Lainey, get well soon.
Meant to say logged on. Yep, that's fine.
Soon,
that's
well,
fine, as long as you're all right.
Lainey, we love you and keep being you. Just be strong, and we're all thinking of you and sending you good vibes and positive thinking because we love you. 100%. You're a legend.
100%. There you go. Let everyone saying hello to Lainey. So,
I'm going to be honest. I have no idea what these gallbladder or anything are, by the way. I'm just imagining.
I imagine
it just doesn't sound good. I imagine it just doesn't sound good.
It's not good. My sister had to get hers removed, and yeah, not nice. Yeah. She wasn't well for a long time with it.
You should call it
no.
You should just name. They should just name it like something like Voldemort, and And then you don't be like, oh,
having
she's
your
had
Voldemort out.
Voldemort removed, and you'd be like, oh, thank the Lord, he's gone. He's horrible.
Get him
You don't want
a
him inside
Voldemort
you.
removed.
Had your Voldemort removed. That's what we should be naming it nowadays.
Yeah, good idea.
Just villains.
I might go Dragon's Den with that idea. I don't know how far that's going to get me.
Talking of not talking about it, sub to Rich's channel to see live midnight car park adventures without visiting our dogging.com or middleagedtrousercrisis.com. Yeah, thank you, Sean.
Dogging.com.
You can always rely on Sean. Tam and Belle, and of course Rich and Mr. JR. How you doing, Max? You've been a
Here's
bit
Max.
quiet,
Thanks, Max.
sunshine. Be nice to see. Nice to see you.
Oh,
We'll have to catch up.
I've got some tips. I've just got a tip.
Oh.
It's all right. Oh, yes.
Oh, look, tip
Okay.
for
Yes,
James
get
Sender.
that on.
That's
By the
right.
time-
He'll
By
be
the time
spending that
YouTube's had their money, by the time YouTube's had that money, that'll be about £13 onto me £12. Yes.
At least we'll get some sausage rolls when I come up.
Now, talking of money, me and Richard had a bit of a laugh, and Richard just beat me, and I was fuming. I thought I was going to win. Me and Richard played the game of whose energy bill went up the most.
It's not funny. Why are you doing this tonight?
It's the best game ever. So if yours is the most, you're the winner. That's the winner.
I don't want to be the winner.
That's ridiculous.
I don't want to be the winner.
Are you guys? How does that work in regards to Scotland? Are you guys? Is it different energy companies you've got access to, or is it the same as us? Like, who are you with?
It's pretty much the same. They've went up quite a bit here as well.
Yeah.
120%. My bill's gone up by 120%.
Ours went up. I know it went up about £60 a month extra just on the direct debit. So I don't know how much the bill's going up until we get, because we're every 6 months.
Yeah.
All right.
We get
We'll be crying in 6 months. Oh no.
We'll find out in 6 months how bad it is.
Yeah. Well, ours has gone.
Yeah.
I think ours has gone from about 140 something to about 430.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That's where I think I went from 130, 140, and I was just under Richard. I was fuming. I thought I was going to win this. I thought I was going to win it.
I didn't want to win it.
No, it's less than my mortgage, but just to let anyone know who might be interested, as of next week, I am going to be doing lives. It's called OnlyFans, just to pay for my energy bills. So basically, it's exactly the same as Saturday Night Live, but you don't see this half; you see the other half. So it's going to be
description.
yeah. Magnifying glasses will be needed.
Camera under the desk. Yeah. Sleeker than MC Sleek of the Sleek clan. Tam and Belle have more bling on their wall than Her Majesty. Sub to see. I've put all the links to Instagrams and Tam's channel, Tam and Belle's channel, and Belle's channel. She's also got her own channel, which we should talk about. And James's Instagram, because he's still on Instagram, even though he's taken all his videos off YouTube, he's still on Insta.
I'm on Insta. I just don't let people I don't know in now.
No, you've got if your name if your name's not down, you ain't coming in. That's it.
No, if I don't know you, I don't recognise you. And also, like, if you do know me and you just add in me, send me a message and just say who you are, because I've got some people that I look at and I'm like, I just want to be on my Instagram. I've just decided I want to be around people who are more so like a friend or that inspire me.
Yeah.
And I just want to have like people I can have a bit of banter with as well.
Yeah, quite right.
You know, because as the summer gets on, you know, I might be wearing a t-shirt. You know, seeing this is going to scare a lot of people off.
Stop it, you.
I'm £100 in credit of my energy bills. Pays to go away for 6 weeks and turn everything off. That's good, Stephen.
Well
that's
done.
That's the way to do
it. As far as me and Richard call that a week's worth of energy. So, well done.
Can you drop? James, can you drop that link?
OnlyFans.
Oh yeah. Kristen's after the link already. I don't know what Mr. Squirrel's going to say about it.
Well, it's probably for him, to be fair.
Oh well, yeah, maybe. Maybe we got Matt in. How you doing, Matt?
They They probably both want a bit of entertainment on a night to laugh at it.
The squirrels want to be looking at some nuts.
Hey, he's still got it.
Boom.
He's still got it. He's here all week.
Yeah, I am. Ours is only 120. You're lucky. You are
120.
lucky.
Wow.
With 100 more videos more than JR, this is a ton of content. Enjoy. Maximus and Co. Yeah, Max is good. Julie's saying mine's £300 a month. Right, so let's get to the thing of it.
How much are your energy bills? No, right now.
Yeah, we talked about that. I don't even know how we got. Oh yeah, I do know how we got onto it.
It's me. It's just me.
Do you guys just want to introduce yourselves? And I mean, people know you anyway. Most people know you, if not all of them. So just introduce yourselves.
I'm Tam.
I'm Belle.
And we're Tam and Belle Sell.
Yeah.
On YouTube, and we've got an eBay shop and Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
you've got another YouTube as well. You got Belle's one. I nearly said Belle's Corner, but Belle's Corner was a segment in Tam and Belle, isn't it?
Yeah.
But she does holes on it too. But somebody had stole. Well, we say stole.
No, somebody
already had Belle's Corner on YouTube, and they've had one video 4 years ago.
It was going to be Belle's Corner, but somebody already was called that.
So we just
Belle's
said Belle's
Corner.
Craft Corner.
Oh, you should have called it Belle's Corner officially.
Officially, yeah. I can maybe change it.
Belle's official
Belle's official corner.
Tam and Belle, will the boys be doing a cameo appearance on the live?
Not tonight.
No.
They're at their gran and granddad's.
Yeah.
They might be watching. Actually.
Yeah. Hi, Cone Dexter, if you're watching.
If you're watching, hello.
They'd just be asking for food and drinks and.
Oh well.
That's the right way to do it. That's the right way to do it.
That's the correct way to do it.
Locked ours in for 2 years before it hit the fan. That's good. It was Chris saying, Rich heats, lights the shed every day. No, I don't. Not anymore. I've got a candle going. I've got a big candle going tonight.
I've not gone yet. I've not gone yet. You have to light that when I'm gone.
No. The thing is, you're still going to be still going to be doing the podcast. So you still got that to look forward to. So
that's next week. That's next week.
That's unbelievable. That's come round already, isn't it?
So quick.
Yeah. No,
Hey,
the second one.
Do you want to have a guess who our guest was? Do you want to have a guess?
It was.
I'll give you got three. Tam and Belle. I'll let you have 3 guesses who our guest is next week.
Right.
Go for it.
Peter Cummins.
No.
Evening, Richard.
Cardboard Chris.
Nope.
No. Right.
AVBL.
No.
No.
Did you watch the first podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We did.
Well, we hinted who we wanted on as our guest, and that's who we got on.
All right.
So that's that clue.
That was a month ago.
Again now.
yeah, but
yesterday.
well, I'll give you a clue. I made a sound of a car going through a tunnel.
John Brum. No.
Brum doesn't know how to drive a car. No, we don't discuss that.
he drives taxis. They don't know how to drive.
All right.
the chat's going to get it off them clues anyway. But more importantly, you will be happy to hear that we have some official questions lined up for you this evening.
Oh,
nice fun ones, yeah. But we want to keep professional as much as we can do.
Thanks for warning us about those.
Well,
we are giving you. This is warning.
That's the warning. Well, you think that's bad? Me and Richard, not so long ago, were given warning, and then we turned up on a live dressed as Spice Girls. So honestly, no matter however you feel, you don't feel like we did dressed as Spice Girls. I promise you. You've got it sorted. You got it sorted.
Yeah, you're lucky.
So, yeah,
lucky.
Nick Hills did us over big time.
Yeah, we got the wrong end of the shitty stick.
So long and short of it, if Nick Hills, who is an amazing guy who has a fantastic channel, ever goes to you, do you want to be on my channel and my content? Just say no, thanks.
No, you're all right.
No, thanks. Just say no. Just say it's all right. Say you're too big for me, mate. I'll stay away. Just say. Go on.
A lot of people saying Brum Reseller.
What's
Ian
Brum?
saying Cola Flipper.
Oh.
Antoinette saying
Oh.
Zahir.
Oh, it is. Yes, it is. I remember. It's got to be.
It is indeed. It is indeed. It's the legend himself, Lee Cola Flipper, is there next week. You're gonna get to find out a bit more about him. And the whole point of the podcast is that we're kind of also trying to find out a bit more like about us and people and personal life and stuff like that. So it'd be really interesting, not just from a reselling perspective, but also to maybe get to know Lee as well, because he's constantly super entrepreneurial, and it was so interesting just like asking him questions and going finding out what kind of makes him tick and what he's up to, but he just doesn't stop. So our first question of the evening, which you've probably said, but we're so nosy that we wish to ask these questions. Where did you both meet?
We met. I used to work beside Tam's mum, and she set us up on a blind date. So that's
nice.
His mum.
That's amazing.
And there was a picture of me on my mum's desk.
No.
Eh?
She showed me a little picture. She showed a little picture.
Oh, I
of
thought
Tam,
it was
so
on her desk.
No.
Oh my goodness.
It was a tiny little picture of him in a
Grainy.
kilt. So she was like, "He looks awfully smart and handsome." So I was like, "Go on then, give him my number." And then we were chatting back and forward texts, and then we arranged to go for a date in Edinburgh. And I was sitting in the car with my dad, and like these tall guys were walking by, and I was like, "That could be him, or that could be him," because the picture was just tiny.
She had no idea.
I think that's him. I'll just wave, and if he waves back, I'll go.
She just knew I was tall. That was it.
Evening, Jason.
That's brilliant. Where did you go? Did you go out for food that night, or what did you do? Go watch a film, or just a walk?
Definitely not, Chris.
We went to Edinburgh, and we went to see.
Mark.
Marley and Me, was it?
No, it wasn't Marley and Me. It was it was the comedy with Owen Wilson. I can't remember what.
Oh, Me, You, and Dupree.
Me, You, and Dupree.
See, I remember the
wow.
film.
Yes, go on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
You get brownie points for that.
And Belle tripped up going down the stairs to the toilet.
I hoped he didn't see, but
of course, that's going to happen.
That was hilarious. And we went to Frankie and Benny's.
Yeah, Frankie and Benny's, and then almost a year later, that's where he proposed.
Oh, wow.
A day before, a year later, we went back to Edinburgh and I proposed.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
Congratulations. That's amazing. I love it. I love stories like that. I just love.
Me too.
It's just amazing, like how people how people make. Sorry, what we stopping for?
I think we've got Tam's mum in.
Have we?
Yeah.
Margaret here.
Hi, Margaret.
How you doing, Margaret?
Boys are watching. Hello.
Hi, Mum.
We call her the matchmaker.
Matchmaker, make me a match.
But yeah, but not because she finds people that fall in love, because she's a WWE superstar and she organises wrestling matches in her spare time. Yeah, she knows Dwayne Johnson. She knows all the big stars. You know,
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold Steve. Oh yeah, Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan. She arranged all the matches. You name it, she sorted it out. She's the best. Oh, that's amazing, guys. Yeah, I think it's amazing sometimes looking back. I think my wife was saying to me that I think we've been seeing each other for like 7 years, and I was like, what, 7 years? I was like, honestly, I feel like it's been like 2-3 years, because I just
especially when you have kids, it goes even quicker.
We Holly, that video of you when you were singing.
Oh yeah, that was so sweet when you were singing to your
Well, I've got proposal ones, I've got other ones, I've got a load of stuff that I can show, but I'm drip feeding you all. I'm drip feeding you all on
the private Instagram.
Yeah. Whatever on the private Instagram, everything will just appear on there. If you're not part of it, to be fair, I'm looking forward to my Instagram just changing a bit, because I'm going to try and make it more like, rather than just JR Reselling, just more like me, James Rowlands, and I'm going to make it more about that as well. Yeah. I'm going to flip it more into like, more about just my life, really. That's the whole point of me stepping back from it, and it's just going to be fun. Yeah, just because we've been working hard on our house. You've seen my progress, haven't you, Richard? So
house looks amazing.
So like, I just don't want to like just I've got things going on in life, and also just to show people that, you know, like it isn't just I don't just work hard for nothing. I work hard so I can have like nice treats and stuff like that. So it's
hi Mandy.
So it's pretty good. It's pretty good, and I just think sometimes I think we can all get caught up with just the money aspect, but sometimes it's about goals and what we want to get from it as well.
Yeah.
So Richard,
evening, Cherry.
do we have a question number 2? Or do you want me to fire away?
Well, you fire away because I think I left my sheet in the meeting.
His notes are on the laptop.
His notes are on Facebook. He has them all on Facebook.
I've got them on Facebook, but like, you know, we're so unprofessional on this channel.
That's what Monday's meetings have been all about, and that's why I've had to come off the show.
That's why he's left.
The real truth was I stopped turning up to Monday's meetings, and after 3 times he said, "Look, that's it. He's going to have to go."
You had a massive fight.
we had a massive brawl. It was ridiculous.
That's the thing. I think
Did you break the laptop? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. James broke the laptop, but the thing was, didn't you bump into someone at a car boot and they went, why have you really stopped doing the Saturday Night Live? Why have you fallen out? What's the fallout?
That was Zahir, yeah.
Was it not?
Yeah, Zahir said that, yeah. Because everyone thinks there's always got to be something, but like me and Richard I think because Richard's incredibly more mature than me at times. But I think because he's so level-headed, and like I just think I don't think Richard could ever be mad at me. I don't think I don't think it'd ever happen. And literally, we speak to each other every day. Like our wives must like think like we're inseparable.
Real bromance.
Yeah, honestly, there's proper bromance. Like if he's having a sleep in bed, I'm normally having a sleep in mine. We'll FaceTime over chat of each other.
It's the waves that have stopped the show.
Yeah.
Oh, Margaret saying she also made your sister and her husband.
That's true. Yeah.
That's correct.
Wow.
Is her name Cilla Black? By any chance?
Surprise.
Yeah.
Partner's called Graham. It's Graham.
It's from Graham. Right. Number 2 is, how did you come about reselling? What got you started?
I'm 7 foot, Sean.
What got you started in reselling?
Well,
watching you guys mostly.
Yeah, we watched reselling for quite a while, but I have anxiety issues, so I never had the confidence to actually sell stuff. I was good at finding stuff, always been good at finding good stuff, but
we can see that right next to you. There's an amazing find, so you've done well there.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You smooth talking.
I like him.
Thanks, James.
It's all right. So that's what I'm here for.
I've lost.
But you were saying. So obviously, with anxiety, sometimes it's quite difficult to kind of put yourself out there.
Yeah,
but you're obviously good at getting the items.
I wasn't wanting to put it on eBay or Facebook or anything.
I
was gathering the stuff. I'm going to sell it. And then it went up the attic.
Oh, Stu.
And then, but this year I got some help about the anxiety, and then I saw a Wii U bundle on Facebook. And it was like only about 2 minutes it had been up, and I just like messaged the woman, went and got it, and that was pretty much the start of it. I was like, I'm just going to try selling maybe 5 things, and I'll just put them up and see how it goes. And I didn't intend it to be something that's turned into. Just by getting the help for the anxiety has really helped all areas in my life.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Being on here, like
you're doing really well though. I mean, you know, getting on YouTube and doing your videos are brilliant. And your first live, you've done a live.
Yeah. I was never intending on going in front of the camera either or anything. I was just going to film like at the boot sales and maybe do some commentary, but I decided just to go in front of the camera.
Yeah, I think sometimes if anything, whether it's anxiety or anything that's sometimes there, I think sometimes just jumping in, you then at least you know what the worst could have happened, and at least you're there.
That's why I wanted to do it. Just
I think that's one thing that's helped. I don't have anxiety issues, but I have really severe dyslexia and reading and writing problems. And if I was to tell someone what I do, I run my own business, I send messages, emails to people.
Yeah,
you just find ways around it, and you find coping mechanisms, and you find people that can help you when the times are a bit difficult. And mate, 100%. Like, I just think it's awesome that you're here right now on a live. We're having a chat.
Even more amazing, my wife's got even worse anxiety issues. It was really hard to get her in front of the camera, She was
saying that I've done that.
I'm so proud of her because
she should be
had even worse anxiety issues than me, and she's in front of the camera now. It's honestly amazing, honestly.
I mean, I've got a bit anxious before we've done lives and stuff, and I've sat there and or I haven't felt too good, but like a lot of it's anxiety, and you start panicking. Although we've done it for a year, and I've never really said anything to James about it, but like I've sort of sat there an hour or two before, sort of psyching myself up, because I just want it to go well. I just want everyone to enjoy it. So it is a good,
you always do great. You always do great.
Amazing.
Like, you would never know your anxiety was playing up.
Yeah, I get it sometimes. I used to get it a lot when I sort of went out the house, and I can't stand like busy going in Sainsbury's or Tesco's if it's really busy and loads of people around me and bumping into me. I don't go out to busy pubs and that because I can't handle people bumping into me and stuff. So it's that. I mean, there's a lot of it about, there's a lot of people that do deal with it. And I say this, I've always said about this as well. Me and James have spoken beforehand, and I've come on and I'm having a really bad down day or something. And I said, look, I'm really feeling terrible. I don't know how I'm gonna sort of do this. We'll see how it goes, and see. And like, as soon as the life thing goes on, that's it. And it's not putting a false front on. It's like I'm just so happy, and I just get into it. And I've said before, haven't I? Like it's like therapy for me.
Yeah,
I love it because like I like the interaction with everyone. I sort of sit back and think that there could be people sat at home that haven't got family to talk to, or they haven't got much to do, and YouTube and watching people like us is their sort of thing. And I know Sean's going to say something funny now about that, but I think about those things as well. And the reason I sort of do what I do is sort of for other people, but it just so happens that it does help me as well, and I love it.
That's good. I think being a reseller as well, it could be quite lonely for people if you're, in the house doing it yourself. Fortunately, we're together.
Yeah.
But I could imagine it could be quite lonely if you're doing it on your own.
Especially if your partner is not really into it, then.
I mean, lucky enough, James's wife has started helping him with it, so it's quite nice. Whereas mine is not interested, don't want to know. So like for me, it's a bit of a lonely old job if I didn't have him, because like I still like, even though the Saturday Night Live is not doing that anymore, I'm still going to be on video calls with him every day, and I'm still going to be doing the podcasts. So like at least I've got him. If I didn't have him and my wife's not interested, it would be a lonely old workplace to be, So it's good. It can be lonely.
It can be, but I think we're quite fortunate that in the reselling community there are some really nice people out there.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think
I'd say it's the best group.
It's one of the best communities. If not, that's the best community we've ever been a part of.
Good for like raising people's spirits and community, and
almost everybody's really nice.
I'd agree with almost everybody. There are always going to be a couple of.
There's always one or two.
There's one guy there whose chat's highlighted. Stay away from that guy. He's a problem.
Yeah, he looks dodgy.
Yeah.
No, but it is a good community. Definitely, it is a good community. So like I say, it's unbelievable how far you guys have come since you've done it.
Yeah,
definitely.
We just done our 50th video. So
wow,
nice one.
Jeez, that's
the
a
live.
good...
Actually, it was the live.
Live was our 50th.
We didn't plan
wow.
that, but that's the way it worked out.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
perfect.
Nice.
So the next question, I think the reseller could even kind of put it in the chat, I noticed. So, but I kind of wanted to ask this in our way. So our question 3 was, what platforms are you selling on, and are you looking to sell on any other platforms, whether it's now or going further forward in the future?
It's almost exclusively eBay. Yeah,
At the minute.
at the minute. We used to do some things on Facebook, but
it's just a time wasters not turning
yeah,
up, you know,
there was
or
too
saying
many
it's still
time
available.
wasters.
I'm coming, and they didn't
Or they would
show up.
They would offer like £10 when it was a £40. I know you get that on eBay, but it's less obvious. So we just
we're
comfortable with eBay. Just I know everybody's sort of seems to be branching out a bit, and I know that's a smart thing to do.
But you've also
don't.
But saying that,
I would say I'd say the polar opposite, my friend. If I'm being honest with you, yes. So ABI I had a chat with him this week because I was potentially going to have a look at going on an alternative platform just to make an extra form of income.
Yeah,
and then because of my ADHD, I just said no. I need to just stick on eBay because if I'm just doing one platform, then I can put. I know the old phrase is you shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket, but if I got kicked off eBay, I'd just go and get another job.
Yeah,
it don't bother me, and then I get a job, then that become part-time, and then I'd go and sell on the other platform.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to live a life of. I don't want to live a life of what if, because I don't like that feeling. And at the moment, that's why I've changed my whole business to selling clothes. So that way, all I'm doing is like I've got all my clothes. If I've got to put all the washing on, the washing goes on. If I've got to steam it, I've got to steam it. But the benefit of just working on eBay, especially if you niche down, which is the other secret weapon as well on eBay, because right now, if you've looked at how eBay is working, they're focusing more on return or repeat customers.
Yeah.
So if you niche down and let's say you wanted to sell, I don't know, let's say a kettle, good example. And if you niche down and you want to do clothing, you ain't going to get a repeat buyer for a kettle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why if you look at eBay, you've got something like coupons. You can send coupons to people that have purchased from you because eBay is really pushing that repeat. So you could sell football cards and they might want to buy it. You might want to sell shoes. People might want to buy more than one pair of shoes, especially if you got into ladies' shoes. I'm sure if you got into high heels, I'm sure you probably have a lady on there every week buying a pair off you.
I did get into high heels once, but I couldn't walk in them.
I've seen the videos, and you know what? Your calves looked absolutely amazing. Looked on point.
Thank you, love.
But what I would say is it's not a negative. Even though a lot of people are doing it, there's also a lot of benefits to just focusing on eBay, because then that way you're maximizing your time. And the thing is that eBay is a 24-hour platform.
Evening in.
And unless you stop doing it, every day you could always have queries, postage, packaging, things going on anyway. Yeah. So for now, are you going to stick with eBay? You reckon that's it? That's why I am. If I'm being honest.
It's the sheer user base as well. Obviously, there's millions of people on eBay, billions of people. So there's not billions, but millions of people on eBay, and that there's bound to be way less than that on every other platform, isn't there?
Oh, I think there's over 3 billion listings, Tam. I think you're right when you say billions. Yeah. They spend between £2 and £3 million per day just on advertisements.
Yeah.
There is no other platform.
There's much more chance of your stuff getting seen, I would say.
100%, Tam. 100%. If you look at eBay's traffic in a day, I reckon it's more than Depop, Vinted, and all the others in a day.
Yeah.
In a day, that's the difference. That's the powerhouse that they are. And I know people will sell their items well on it. I know people are successful, and I'm not saying that's not the case, but I agree with you. If you're going to have your rod in a lake, and like eBay is the best place to be, especially when you're selling. You've got more eyes on it, and plus, it's easier. When you know a platform well, like eBay, you know what a scammer is. You know how to protect yourself.
Yeah.
And I know people go, oh, well, they don't have you back. Well, they do. If you're really nice to the person on the phone and you're not rude to them, you're not angry with them. I don't think I've ever had a scenario where they're not understanding.
Yeah.
I just think if you go in there saying, oh, I'm angry,
Yeah.
then maybe someone isn't going to speak to you or be helpful with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's an awesome platform. I don't think there's, you know, I'm potentially going to make just as much as what I did in an office this year, and I have no qualifications. No, I haven't had to go to uni. I haven't had to go anywhere to do it, and that's why it's such a cool business.
It's a brilliant platform.
And do you know what makes this platform better than Amazon, in my opinion? Is you get the money before that parcel's even arrived. Amazon, you have to wait 2 weeks before you get your money.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
At the earliest.
It's the unlocking the different categories. I can't be bothered with all that.
That's the other thing.
It's
Yeah,
like-
you can't
it's
sell
like-
what you want on Amazon. It's got to be
It's
brand
just
new.
it just seems like you've got to jump through hoops to be able to go on their platform.
You can't
like
sell
that
DVDs.
Whatnot.
and
No,
stuff
it's a bit like that Whatnot in America. You know, there's a few of the guys we've had on here and we've spoken to, and you know, it's like you have to do like a job interview almost to get on Whatnot. It's like it's crazy.
Such a funny name. It makes me laugh every time they say it. Whatnot? Sold on
Whatnot.
But
yeah, so I mean, I've been on eBay since 2003, and you know, I've moaned about it, and you know, we've had this discussion. You know, you phone them up and you start going on at them saying, "Do you know how much money I earn?" You don't matter how much money you earn, and that's been proved recently. So, you know, it really doesn't matter. But you know, we may moan about it, but we always go back to it. You know, even if we stop selling on there for a week or two, you know, get over it and get back. We always do
love or hate eBay. It's a democracy. That's what makes eBay so like kind of stand out to a lot of platforms. What I mean by that is the Daily Refinement was saying on his podcast with Tech and Sport that he was on a call with high earning businesses, and he was on a call with eBay and a guy who had a contract with I'm going to get it wrong. It doesn't really matter anyway. Let's say it was Sony. And he had a particular license to sell Sony mouses and Sony webcams brand new. He had an agreement, and he would have paid big money to have that right, so he could sell this on the platform.
Yeah.
And then his argument was, he was saying, why is it that some teenager in a who's just taken a photo of his mouse in his uni room, but I test mine, I check mine, I pay for safety checks, this, that, and the other. Why don't I get why don't I get the first pickings, but he gets the first pick? And it's because they don't care who you are, what you are, how much you earn. It all works on the same metrics.
Yeah.
How consistent are you? How good are you? How late is your dispatch? How quick do you reply to stuff? Is your item described as it is? And all that, it doesn't matter whether you sell 2 items a day, 1 item a day, 1 item a year, or a million items a day. They treat everyone, and I think that's fantastic because you're only as good as what you are on eBay. So if you offer same day delivery, tracked parcel on there, all 12 photos are used, you take good photos, proper descriptions, this, that, and the other, and you could sell 5 items a week. Yeah. But if you make that effort, you will go above anyone. Where if you're like, oh, you know what, I'll offer 3-day dispatch, or you know what, I'm not really feeling up to it. And then that's why when people go, I'm having a slow eBay day, did you list every single day? Have you been active? Did you reply to all the customer queries straight away? So they see all these metrics, and that's all what it amounts to, which is amazing. So if you really, really want to make money, just get on it, hammer it, and then we'll all drive our Bentleys with Richard. Because when Richard got Porsche, yeah, exactly. Well, when Richard got 1,000 subs, he's got 2 Bentleys outside his house now.
Yeah,
I'd love a Bentley.
They're little Matchbox ones. They're little Matchbox ones. I nearly keep running over him in me on the Civic.
Rich is living off the YouTube money.
Yeah, if I was living off the YouTube money, I'd be a skeleton sat in the corner now. It'd be like something from Pirates of the Caribbean. Jesus. Jesus, no, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. But right,
question 4 now, Richard.
Question 4, let's go.
Out of 400.
Yeah, we've got 400 questions. So it's a good job you got a babysitter.
Yeah.
What what do you both do for income apart from eBay?
Well, I used to work full time for quite a while I was still doing the eBay part time. But I recently left that job after 18 years. It was a
Wow.
factory. It was a decent job, but it wasn't.
It was just monotonous, and it was affecting his mental health. So I just said to him, "Get another job." We'll be fine.
I was off with COVID for the work, and I phoned up, and like they weren't super sympathetic. So when I got off the phone, I was just like, I'm going to find another job. And I was all for doing full-time reselling.
We need a small bit of security.
We came to an agreement that I would get a part-time job at least. So I ended up, my wife knows someone that worked at Poundland, and they got me an application, and I got an interview pretty much right away. And about 2 weeks later, I started at Poundland.
Nice.
So I worked at Poundland.
Tell you what, mate, it's nothing. Listen,
I know,
the job's
I love
a job.
it, actually.
The job's a job.
Like that's me dealing with the public, and I've been stuck in a factory for.
I'm just going to say cheers. I'm going to say cheers because me gin and lemonade's getting lonely.
And
cheers.
And that's working at the tills.
Yeah, he's working on a checkout.
Oh wow, Tam.
Because he wasn't really socializing, chatting to people. He was just basically in his shell, and then
I'm unsociable normally, or used to be.
Like when he'd go to his old work, his posture would be like humped down and just like his mood low.
Yeah.
Now he's like up straight and smiling, chatting. It's like a different person.
It's amazing though when something big happens in your life and you need their help or you need them to be sympathetic, and they're absolutely not. When I gave 2 weeks notice because of my brother, I said, look, I've got, and he had more of the hump because they'd put me on furlough. They'd called me back to work. They furloughed me saying that we're worried about your asthma. They called me back off furlough because another guy I work with, his wife had a baby, so he was going off on maternity. And then found out about my brother while I was off. And when I went back, I said, look, I've got to give 2 weeks notice. He had more the hump. He said, I've kept your job open. I'm really disappointed. I'm angry. I kept your job open for you. I said, no, you didn't. The government did, because the government have been paying 80% money to you. You haven't paid me. You haven't paid me. You told me you was going to top up the extra 20%. You haven't topped up anything. So don't start by all that. And I said, actually, my family are more important to me. If there's something urgent with my family, it's more important than any job. So I understand exactly where you're coming from, where you go to like your boss and that, and there's just there's no sympathy.
No,
they're just worried about what you're doing for them.
You're
just a number.
You're just a number. Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
The worst experience I had was through work was that, and it's something that'll always live with me. That's one of my biggest regrets. I was in my job, and my dad had passed away. And we had his ashes, and we took a while because we wanted all the family to come up. And I asked for the day off work, and they wouldn't give me it.
Oh my goodness,
that's shocking.
So I had to sit inside the office, and it was the afternoon. It was absolutely dead, and all I wanted to do was to go and put my dad's ashes away. And I wasn't even there. So that was the first block that I took off. Because I was always like, just try to always please everyone. It was the first block that was like it was almost like seeing reality for what it's worth.
Yeah.
And then I think a few months after, COVID happened, and then reselling, and then I am where I am now. And I realized that I can every day I wake up, and even if I don't want to list, I realize every day I have to list, because I never ever want to work for a company again.
Exactly, that's it. You've just got to keep going.
And I'll tell you what, that's really, he's really upped his game with his business. Everything is about his business now, streamlining, trying to save seconds here, seconds there. I mean, he's so on it. It's unbelievable.
That's brilliant.
So on it.
Well done,
And
James.
I can't wait to get back to where I was and where he is now. I want to get back there because at the minute I'm far from it.
Well, it'll just take
time. No, it will eventually.
I was just saying to Belle the other day, Rich is like putting up a lot of videos about selling stuff and things.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you're
just to show people that I am trying and I am sort of doing it.
The golf clubs.
The golf clubs, yeah. Actually, I've sold another one of them today. So
yeah, sold a few of them, yeah.
I sold another one for a tenner. So that's 35 quid I got back so far out of my £5
that's fantastic
outlay, and I've still got probably 20 clubs. So yeah, so it's good.
Well done.
Yeah,
that's good.
Both doing brilliant, honestly.
Evening, Rachel. Oh, we've got Kieran in. Oi. How you doing, Kieran?
I met Kieran the other week. I bumped into him.
Yes, you did actually. Yeah,
we're real. He's such a top guy. It's lovely to see him as well.
Bish bash bosh.
Bish bash bosh.
Yeah. Bish bash
trainer
bosh.
king.
He's a legend.
He's the trainer king.
He's the king. Nice. He's smashing it. And another person who's smashing it on YouTube as well, smashing his content as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And he works hard as well on his business.
Oh.
You can see that.
So hard on his business, so hard on his YouTube. He's just and someone else is just really consistent, and he hasn't. And Kieran's a hard grafter on YouTube because you see what the effort he puts in, and I know some people have been quite fortunate to get the nice videos come up, but he's a proper hard grafter, and I like that sometimes. And that's where I am with the clothing. I've realised that I'm not. And you'll see that when you'll see that next week on the podcast when I chat to the lighting's just changed there, Richard. He just went on.
I look like Simpsons tan.
You look like your Simpsons character. It's like Bart Simpson's just appeared.
I've just had an instant tan.
Simpsons.
I look like I should be on Benidorm. What's going on?
Baywatch, definitely.
I'm gonna have to fiddle with my light now.
That was. But yeah, no. So as I was so next week when we're chatting with Caller Flipper, I was just kind of saying to him where I am, and I know where I am. I know my knowledge isn't amazing on clothing, so I'm quite happy to be that guy who picks up the bread and butter, and I said for me. When I see, and it's amazing, I love seeing people's sales when they say 100 or 200 or 500. For me, my platinum on my gold ticket item is a £20 sale. I'm just after 20, 15,
I look yellow.
and 10. They're my free, and I just want that. And because we've got the space, and my wife's happy to let me grow the business inside the house. For me, it's just all about. I just want to grow on that and grow on that and grow on that because I know a Ted Baker shirt I can sell for £20. I know that, and they're all left there, and I know they're not everyone else's cup of tea, but
some
I'm
people
quite happy to sell.
Put the effort listing them those low value items.
Yeah, because it is low value.
Yeah,
but I love it. That's exactly where I am.
You could sell like 10 of them and get the same money for something that's going to sit on your shelf for 3 months, 4 months.
Don't get me wrong. If I was part-time, I would never, ever recommend just getting bread and butter stuff. In fact, maybe get it just to help you to learn how to list. But if you're part-time, it's not really efficient because if you only got time to do 2 listings a night, then do take that time. Do get them better ticket stuff. But for me, because I'm doing it now as my sole income, then it works. And the benefit of just picking up bread and butter stuff. And my wife even said the other day, which is hilarious. She actually said it. We were chatting to each other whilst we were watching TV last night, and she was just saying, she was going, "Oh, I'm really happy with what you She's always proud of me, but she said, "I'm really, really happy with what you've done." And she said, I don't know how she phrased it, but it made me go, "Yeah, I never even thought of it that way." She said, "It's really good that the stuff you're picking up because it's always going to be there." But where if you were just making a business on £50, £60 pickups, you could be looking a day. Sometimes you could be looking 3-4 days and you might not find what you're after because you're just looking for that high ticket price. It was, I was like, yeah, exactly. And for me, when I started in probably January start of this year, end of December, when I started full time, I remember chatting to Richard in end of January or early February, and I don't mind talking about this because it was really scary. I had a 1 week where I had my whole income was £120, and I just went, have I done the right thing? And I was really like nervous. I was really scared that I'd just really made a massive mistake.
Yeah.
And I was buying stuff from the auction house at the time, and you can watch the lives back. I always talk about what I'm doing. I never hide anything. I was buying stuff from the auction houses, and in my head, I kept saying to Rich, and I was saying to my wife, I was like, oh, I can't wait for the boot sales to come back. I need the boot sales to come back.
Yeah.
And it was just like an epiphany. And I was like, well, why don't I just go and get something that's, I might have to list more, I might have to pack more, but it's there 12 months of the whole year.
Yeah.
And then, then I've just stuck by this clothing at the moment. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure you could sell anything, but yeah. And now I don't make 100 and something like that a week now. It's all right. It's all right. I'm surviving. Apart from they just put the blooming energy bills up to like £400 for us, but it's okay. We can deal with that. But the benefit is, and how I see it in my head, because I'm a glass half full person, I go, but I'm not paying for a unit, and I'm not paying for this. So technically, I've got to think half of that technically is like my business rates.
Yeah.
So actually, my bills aren't that bad. This is my electric for my business as well. Yeah. And I think as long as you can start seeing things half full, then it's better. And then my wife was amazing. She was like, oh, because our mortgage rates have just changed a little bit. She's like, well, I know you were going to be paying a bit extra the bills anyway. And she said the other day, oh, I'll just pay half the bills. And I was just like, wasn't expecting it, but it's just lovely when like you're a team.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And then you're like,
got a fan Simon in. Uncle Albert saying during the war we didn't have time to sell stuff on eBay.
Well, true, Uncle Albert. No, during the war.
During the war.
What is it? He says. I forget what he says on Only Fools and Us, but he says, "Don't you dare say during the war." And then he said, "During the something period of time, whatever it was." yeah, and it was like so good.
I love that show.
I watched the Batman and Robin one today.
So
he came in the room going, no, and it's his funeral. I was like, it's so good.
Classic.
So Sean's saying, have every faith in James. Jerry saying he's brilliant, even if he's effing off the lives. 120 minutes of a man sobbing in his shed is going to be tough to watch next Saturday. If I look like this, I look like I've been on holiday now. I don't know what's going on with my light. It's just gone mad. So,
can we see your laptop? Can we see your laptop?
No.
Guess next week's Homer Simpson.
So we've got Fan Simon in. I might have to drop out in a minute and just come back in because I don't know whether it's.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. It's
not that bad.
We've already been told.
I've gone from being white to like being bronzed. It's like, and I've been sat here the whole time. Where are we? Oh, that just jumped. So we've got thank you to the 86 people that are still in here. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. We are. Got Steve O'Brano, married to reselling. Yeah, we've got Fan Simon in. Married to reselling, or Asim. Oh, hello, Mr. Jones.
We've got James.
You got very close. Oh, look at that. Look, brown boy in the shed. La 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 la. There's a brown boy in the shed. I look healthy. I look like I've been to Bali or something. I like this lighting. I
don't know. If you're going bright yellow, I don't think that's a good sign.
Well, I don't know. It's better than pasty. I'm usually pasty. Looking a bit jaundiced there.
I think, in all fairness, Richard, this is quite serious. I think you need to go and ring the NHS now and tell them you need to remove your Voldemort and see what they say.
Well, we've got Tristan in. How you doing, Tristan? Yeah, hello there. Long time no watch. I know, mate. Yeah, where you been?
Hi, Tristan.
But by the looks of things, he's been moving his TT.
Yeah, just turned up just to see James say goodbye. It's all about them bread and butter stuff. Yep. Where is James going? James is going nowhere. He's just doesn't. He's not concentrating on Saturday Night Lives anymore because he's too knackered when he's doing all the car boots and stuff. So it's literally a choice. There's been no Barneys, no breakups, no rows, none of that at all.
I wish there had been drama. I genuinely
It'd be better if there was. I would have content. I'd have something to talk about next week.
Yeah, exactly. I can't believe that puppet did this.
Oh yeah. Let's get down to the nitty gritty and tell you the real story of what happened.
Yeah,
there is no real story. That is what happened. It's just he's concentrating on his business, and good on him. I back him 100%.
Yeah, no, I've had a word with the council, and because of my disability allowance, they've allowed me to move away.
Exactly.
Whereabouts do you think I should go to, Tam and Belle? Whereabouts is really good? I've got one leg. I've got one leg. Whereabouts could I go to? Whereabouts would you recommend I could go to?
I'm trying to hint
here at a TV series, and I'm expecting you to guess whereabouts I'm going. Where does he go when he leaves? In Scotland. He's got one leg.
He's got one leg. Oh, I have no idea. We didn't really.
You've got Jack and Victor in the series.
Oh yeah. Once you're going to Funport.
Yeah. We'll go up the Funport. That's where I'm actually going. I'm actually going to Funport.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It's all happening. I'm going to Funport. That's where I'm going.
Yeah. With the saddest barman ever.
And when you come see me, I'll show you the 2p machines. It's such a good episode.
Oh, I love that you watch it.
Get it up your fin pot. It's so good. I love the whiskey.
Right away, we should have.
The whiskey episode. The whiskey episode's brilliant. Whereabouts it goes, and here we are. the whiskey, and does anyone know what whiskey this is from? Who this is?
Clark Gable.
Clark Gable.
I've not got a clue what you're talking about.
Oh, you have
and then
to watch it.
and then right at the end, he goes, "Oh, Clark Gable."
I have not got a clue.
Richard, you need to watch Still Game. It's literally, it'll change your life. It'll change your life.
I'll get on
That's
it.
amazing.
So
Best
funny.
comedy ever.
It really is.
Oh,
it really is.
The most funniest thing I've ever seen is this moment. Stevie.
He dances up.
I love it. Winston's so funny. And when he
That's
kicks
the
his
best.
leg out the window, right in the screen of my phones.
Yeah, and the money goes everywhere. Yeah. Oh, poor lad.
I have no clue. I've got to watch this program now.
And you'll be going, good friend. You'll be going, good friend.
Next? What are you going to do next? Cut your balls off and come back as your sister?
I've definitely got to watch it now.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Wow.
Nobody else in the chat knows what we're talking about.
No one knows what we're talking about.
Apps in the morning. Games and clothing is all yours, but happy to rugby tackle to the ground and run off with any antiques. There
Sean's
you go.
So clever. He's so clever on
He's
Instagram.
brilliant with antiques, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really clever with
he knows his stuff.
Shit.
Hi, Nicola.
Like night and day for you on here. No offense, Sean.
No.
You're going to get in a cheeky message.
Steve-O's saying I look like a Simpsons character. Yeah, all right. Jaundice Cam. Shabba's in. How you doing, Shabba? Shabba. Shabba.
We've got a super chat from Rummage as well, so thank you very much, Kieran.
Oh,
that's super chat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we've got Lee in as well, my mate Lee. I can't say Lee with the sweet shop anymore because he ain't got the sweet shop anymore.
But he's still doing amazing content.
He's doing some wicked videos at the minute.
Get my wife's name out of your mouth.
That's funny. The lasagna one. The lasagna.
The lasagna.
There is a replacement. There is no replacement. there is no replacement. I've just got to man up and do it all myself. We'll see the numbers drop next week.
Not at all.
No, I reckon they'll increase. I reckon I put a lot of people off, Richard. Honestly, they'll all of them.
Oh, that's what's happening, is it? So Kieran reckons that JR and I are doing a Saturday Night Live. That's where he's going. Yeah. That makes sense.
Oh, James,
that makes sense.
Look, we met each other last week. We had a bit of chat.
Yeah, isn't it funny that?
We had a chat about it, and then apparently we're going to be doing a TV series up north somewhere, and it's going to be on Channel 4. So just watch it.
That old chestnut.
And it's going to be called the Reselling Amongst Us. And what me and Kieran are doing is we're going to go and find businesses in the UK, filmed on Channel 4, and we're going to find out about how people sell and what they make a living. Yeah, it's coming. It's going to be great, but we can't say too much at the moment. All we can say is Channel 4 series. Me and Kieran are coming.
Wow. More telly.
Kieran said to me as well, and it was interesting because it's what Richard said to me. He said, once I've got the money, I might be able to give you some money. So I appreciated that. but Richard has no money. I have no money. So we're just
we're both in this. We're both loving it. We're both loving the
loving energy bills.
Both loving it. Yeah, both loving the energy bills.
We have so talking of energy bills, we may as well go on to next question for you as well. So question 5 out of 40. It's
gone down from 400.
400.
No,
that's fine.
Remember, I have dyslexia, so I'm not really good at these numbers.
It could be anything.
What's 4000000? Tell you what, I've got a load of questions here.
Yes,
it says question 7, 8, 9, and 10. What's your eBay long-term plans and goals? So, are you gonna just is it whereabouts you're at the moment with the job and eBay? Are you gonna go eBay full time? But what were your plans and your goals to do with eBay?
I'm going. Well, I just got. Recently got a shed, that was my biggest issue for a good while, because we just had a tiny little cupboard in the bedroom for storage, and the rest of the bedroom
and the rest of the house.
So I was really needing to get a shed, so I got one, and now I'm wanting to scale up a bit, but because I've got this new job as well. I've sort of just been still doing the same sort of stuff just while I settle into the new job. But then once I work that out, I want to at least get up to 500 listens from 400 to now. I try to hover around 400.
That's brilliant. It's a brilliant number to be at, though.
That's the number I've sort of got there now, but I do want to up it a bit to about 500, because I sort of think maybe one sale every 100, but that's just a rough guesstimate.
Yeah, no, that's that. If you can get a sell through rate of 1 every 100, I think that's
and if
pretty much
if that's just an
sweet
average
spot.
£10 sale, then that's at least £50. That's the minimum we can sort of get by on,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and as you said there, if you scaled up and you ended up getting to double that, you'd then be looking at your average day of 8 a day coming in. And obviously they're not all going to be 10, they're going to be more. So you've got a nice chunk of money coming in consistently.
Yeah.
I think that's a sensible way of looking at eBay, unless you are fortunate, like someone like Sean, who's in the chat, whereabouts he can sell very bespoke things. So he hasn't got competition. But if we are selling like a DVD player, or we're selling something that other people have, then it is a bit difficult sometimes to move it. So the easiest answer to that is scale.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say, "Oh, eBay's slow," but if they had 2x, 3x, 4x the amount of stock as what they had, would it be slow?
Exactly.
So I think
it's always got like 50 items on.
Hey, honestly, if you've got 50 items on and you're getting a sale a day, I wouldn't be going, it's quiet. I'd be like, that's pretty good going.
I know,
to be
that's brilliant going.
It's phenomenal. And there's lots of things that go into it. But no, it's perfect, mate. I just to let you know, I'm only just getting to I've only just gone past the 400.
Oh right, yeah.
But it takes a while. But then my 90-day sell through is like 450, 460. So I've got quite a quick. I've got a good. Yeah, like everything sells within 2 months and a half. I think it works out at the moment. Yeah. So it's been hard to grow, but then I have been having everything sell quick. But then if I buy something for £1 or £2 and it sells for 20, I'll list it at 15. Yeah. I'm not after all the money. I'm not
just
after someone else.
That's what I've started. When I started, I was sort of trying to get almost the best price for everything.
Yeah.
Because I just wasn't experienced there. I didn't know what I was doing. But recently I've just been like getting right in the middle between like the lowest and the highest price that's sold for. And that seems
I think the mean is a perfect place to be.
Yeah.
But also don't think that's a negative, because I think everyone who starts should be at the higher end, because if it is not, if it's not a form of, if you've got a full-time job, you don't need to ask for a lower amount. You can let it sit because your bills are paid, and you may as well maximize your opportunity. And if you can't go sourcing every single day or at least 3-4 times a week, don't worry about it. Ask for your top end and then just keep doing it. But if you are working part-time, where you are, or are using it like to support, then you have to take it, because you've got more sourcing opportunities. So you need that cash flow going. And then if you were full-time, you'd probably be able to drop it down a couple of quid, because if your store was bigger, it would sponge a lot of that. So if your pound item sold and it's worth 20, but you're selling it at 11, but you're selling 5 or 4 of them a day, it's your cash flow that's going. And then that one item can afford 5 items. It's crazy. It's just, that's why eBay, I think, is such an amazing platform. And I don't get me wrong. I'm sure like Depop or all these other platforms, they're just as good. But the reason, why I like eBay is just because it's so, I find it's easy, user friendly. And I think, like, I've only just gone on the computer, but if you've got a modern day phone, which, let's be fair, 98% of people do in the world, you're set for eBay. You can take your photos. You don't have to have a top end £1,000 camera. You just have your camera, take it. And if you are using a PC, they've put the new system on. You can trial it, but you can start putting videos on now. It's brilliant.
We do everything. Well, I do everything on my phone.
Yeah, I do as well.
You just prefer it, eh?
Easy, isn't it? It's just
the only thing I don't do on my phone is the postage and packaging. Well, the postage, because we've got a Royal Mail business account now. So that was another thing that I did to sort of scale up the business a bit, was I got a Royal Mail business account. So we get our mail picked up every day and stuff.
I was struggling to take it to the post office. I had like 2 wheelie bags and taking it around when Tam was working full time, and he was like, "No, you can't," because I get bothered with my legs and things. So he was like, "You can't struggle."
So,
that's another reason to get scaled up, because obviously the price is a little bit higher, but everything is tracked. Every single parcel we send is tracked,
because we've got so many people saying, "Oh, we didn't receive it." And
you do the right things. You're doing exactly all the right things.
Exactly the same thing, unless it's something that's about 3 or 4 quid, like a DVD. I'll just get it proof of posting. I'll just get it proof of posting.
I just love it. I love that, because it just gives you more security. But it's like I don't know if it'll show properly today, but what I would say is if you do sell something higher end, what I would say is do create your listing and make a small video, because if you're selling something higher end and you get something that's worth a bit of money, I'll show you one of my listings I've done today. So this is my Skyrim listing there. So it's just there, But the second photo, I've actually just got it on the TV there. You can play it, and it'll show it all loading up there. So I've got it all work.
Never ever used.
So I've got the whole thing there loading on my TV, playing, working.
Yeah.
So when that person goes, "Oh, it wasn't working," I'd be like,
"Oh, yes, it was."
Yes, it was.
Nice.
So I know a lot of people don't have the time for that, and I totally appreciate that. But I like to sell, and I like to treat my customers how I'd like to be treated, and I'd rather be a little bit slower but do a job right. And I'm a firm believer of that. And I've never had someone yet on a game or anything ever go, "Oh, it doesn't work," because if you show it working,
Yeah.
you know, and I also think sometimes when you do that, then you can probably ask for that little bit more better price because you've taken the time to do that.
Yeah.
So, but when that's on the mobile, that's going to be so much better because then I think then it'll hopefully allow you to just do it.
You must do what I do, and do you do the whole listing on your mobile and then draft it and then go to the computer and then put the video on? Because that's what I do.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because you have to. But I do all my listing now. I do everything on my PC now. I've only this last month I've only transferred over. It took me ages because I got hooked on this, but I can do it so much quicker now on the PC. Because how quick this thumb is, I can type a lot quicker.
Right. Yeah.
Because I've done an office job for a lot of years, you see. So I've got I can almost touch type. And with my dyslexia, all I do is I've got a lot of cheat sheets. So I copy and paste. And there's just a couple of words that I've got around my PC or on a Google search sometimes, like collar gets me sometimes because there's different ways, because a shirt can have a collar. It can have collars and just like certain words to make my spelling that I've just got around so I never spell wrong. But because I am just selling clothes, it's not like as if I've got to find out like a word that I don't know that's like a media term. So that's also a benefit of my dyslexia, just niching down on men's shirts. It's like on a day, if you saw my Instagram today, it was just all men's shirts. So I know when I was doing my spellings, I know that it would all my keywords, I had them all pre-searched. So then if I was doing ladies' dresses, I'd have all the keywords ready for the dresses. So then that way it's almost like I've got my own hack sheet. So that's my coping mechanisms around it. And then because the issue is if I don't spell something right, it ain't gonna get sold. So
we know that from experience.
The cruise is over here.
Well, we were so gutted for you. We really were.
We know we're never going to hear the last of that one, are we? Le Creuset pot for nice Le Creuset pot for £3.20.
Oh God.
Shabba's asking a question for everybody. What is your favourite things to list that you're super knowledgeable about? Well, that counts me out. Or do
your knowledge about film props, mate? You say you don't know stuff.
Oh yeah, no film props. Or do you do it on potluck sometimes when no phone signal? Yeah, I had that this week. I picked up BT Wi-Fi home hub things and routers and that before. Always made good money on them. So I saw one at the car boot. It's in the last video. But I saw one at the car boot. I thought, he wants £6. I started walking away. He went, I'll do it for £5. And I thought, I know I've sold similar sort of things to these for like 20, 25 quid before, so I'll get it. Yeah. It's only worth a tenner. So like most of it is good. A lot of it I do on gut, and a lot of it I do all right. Like the golf clubs. The golf clubs were brilliant. I've done that by gut. I didn't check on them. I don't know about my favourite things to list. I like the vintagey stuff. I just like the vintagey. I like thinking of the story behind it. Do you know what I mean? How long this thing's been about and where it's been. So
I love that little cold storage thing that you had, the wooden one. That was really nice.
Oh God, I've still got that now. So I sent someone an offer on that today. Yeah, that cost me £5. You know, it's amazing.
That is really cool.
Furniture. Yeah, but that's my ones. Is I like the vintage. What about you?
I like listing toys personally.
You got a message about your listing from my toy.
Oh yeah, I got a message.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if my light's gonna work again.
Tell us what was message.
He's trying to find out on eBay. So he was taking pictures. He loves like taking pictures of the figures, and he puts them in like funny positions and things.
And the guy didn't even want to buy them.
He just said, "I have to message you."
No, it's still orange.
Let's see it.
Can you read that?
No, go on, read. It's a bit blurred. Go on, tell us what he said then.
It was my biker mice. I listed 2 biker mice. Can I just say this is the best effort on pictures I've ever seen and gave me a good laugh. Thank you.
You have to show them.
They're the best messages.
They're lovely. And don't you find that? Oh, that's
Oh,
brilliant.
that
I
is
love that.
brilliant.
And don't you think it's brilliant though that with the app as well, and the reason why? Oh, I love that. I love it. Yeah, getting kicked. That's
cool.
brilliant. Now, I tell you what I like about the app, and I really like it from a customer service point of view. Oh, I like that pulling his tail. That's good.
That is good.
I think what's
Have too
good
much
is
fun.
that because it's more like a messenger now. If someone sends me a query, I feel like I want to answer it. Where before, because it was the old-fashioned.
See you later, Kieran.
Dear sir
so
and
much,
madam,
yeah.
I'm writing to you to tell you that I'm really unhappy because the VHS recorder. But now it's just like Facebook.
It's
I
like
love it.
instant, it's like WhatsApp
Yeah.
or something. It's
Yeah.
So
really
someone
good.
messaged me and saying, "Oh, the blah 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 blah." I'm like, because I just feel like if you text me now, I could reply in seconds, and because they've made it like an app, I just literally just text them, going, "No problem, thank you very much."
Plus, you can have a back and forth a lot easier.
Yeah,
like,
and you
if
can,
there's a problem.
the logs are easier to pick up.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think it's one of the best things. And it's only
it's one
that's
of the
only
best
come about
things
over the
I've
last
done.
couple of months, hasn't it? Like
Yeah,
that hasn't always been like that.
No.
That's it.
Really
That's
frustrating.
awesome. I think it's brilliant because you can see the logs and also putting the pictures in as well. Because like some questions, it might be like, "Oh, what's happening with my parcel?" So I'll send them screenshots on the app that day, and also it has the time, so they can see. And the other thing that I've started doing that is this is my customer service background coming in. But if I ever call Hermes to find out something, I'll take a screenshot of the call time and when I'm doing it, and I'll say to them, "Here's a picture of me on the phone call," because you don't have to see me on a phone call, but they can see a phone call's actually happened as well, rather than saying, "I'll call Hermes." And the amount of positive feedback I've had from people that probably were a bit peed off and probably not happy, they've probably gone, "Hang on a minute, that guy has done that. He has called him. He has gone on the app. I can see the time prints. He's messaged me within 5 minutes." Like, I'd be happy with that. I'd be like, "I'm really sorry." Like,
exactly.
you can only do that.
Most people are reasonable.
Yeah.
I've found anyway. Like, you do get like idiots. Like,
yeah.
There's just a couple. There's just a couple on
There's
there,
only two. There's only two on eBay. There's only two.
But most
they
people
just keep changing the names. They just keep changing the names of these two people.
If you can explain it, then if you can have a back and forth, most people can come to a reasonable agreement with you. It's just
what one thing I've been doing, which I'll be honest, I wasn't doing prior, but now I've started going into the clothing and I'm thinking full time because I thought, I can be a bit cheeky. Is that I wasn't messaging people who for combined shipping. I was just letting it slip. I was going, "Oh, it's my money, my pocket." But now I've started messaging people, and from it, I've ended up having people come back buying even more.
Yeah.
Like I had a guy the other day who bought some. I think the brand's called Bugatti. I think it's Bugatti. Is it Bugatti? Yeah, Bugatti. I think it is shirts. Kieran, if he's still in the chat, will tell me if I'm wrong or right. But this guy bought two, and anyway, I messaged him and said, "Oh, I've noticed you've bought two, but I'm charging you for 2 lots of postage. I'll refund you the difference."
Yeah,
He got them, and then the other day, literally like 2 weeks apart, he went back on my store and he bought 2 Ted Baker shirts. And I said to my wife, and then he said, "Oh, thank you so much for the other shirts." He messaged me, said, "I've just ordered some other shirts." I was just like, and if I'm not saying it was because of the postage scenario, but that probably did help. But it probably did help a lot. Yeah. So I just think sometimes actually showing that you're doing stuff and just doing that as possible, because hopefully eBay can get on top of all that for multi buying and stuff like that, making it easier for customers.
I know.
Yeah.
Because it is
everyone's saying how good your photos are, Tam.
Yeah, they are amazing.
I'm just a big kid.
Yes, he loves.
It is amazing.
That would be
good evening, Steve. I've got Steve in movie chats.
Actually,
still got 84 people in.
They're more fun to picture.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's made me think if I ever pick up figures, I don't know what's going to be going through my mind.
You hardly ever see things like that on eBay. I don't know.
Well, the best one I did for that when I first started is I had a junior Scrabble, and they used to sell at $9.99. I sold it for $16.99, and on it I wrote Merry Christmas, have a brilliant Christmas and a Happy New Year from JR Reselling. And then the person who messaged me said, "Oh, I'm buying yours because you've made an amazing message."
There you go.
So sometimes you can upsell. You can upsell because you're making it funny.
It's that extra yard that you know.
Thinking outside the box.
Yeah, exactly.
So Sean's saying, big tip: buy 500 sheets of white acid-free tissue paper, wrap every item in one sheet before and packing. It's an instant upgrade to how the packing appears to buyers. Yeah, presentation. Yeah.
What do you think that paper is there behind me? already ahead of you.
Look, James is on it. James is on it.
James is on it.
I always did the fold because for me it reminds me of like when you got something high end. Mine's just a chip chop paper, but the amount of people that said, "Oh, it's nice packaging," and this, that, and the other, and also like if you've got figurines, I wrap them singly and then I put them all in it. It's just easy so the parts don't get all mixed up and loose. Yeah, toys. I love selling toys. Like for me, my favorite things are selling. If I couldn't do clothing, I'd do toys, and if I could do any toys, it'd be Transformers. Love Transformers.
They're so cool.
They're so cool. No, it's the sense of achievement. It's the sense of achievement when you transform it and you're like, yes, I did that. I did. Yes. You know,
it's only taken 2 hours.
I've only had to watch 6 YouTube tutorials and this guy talking about it. And this is the Megatron 5000, and I'm like, come on, Brian, get to the point of the transformer. Come on.
Right, so I think we're on question 6, aren't we?
Of 4 million, yes.
Of 4,000. So, what are your YouTube goals, if you have any?
What's your YouTube goals for your channel?
I have no idea. I didn't even intend to have my own channel. Tam just said, let's make Tam and Belle focus on resale and you can have your channel for your crafts and things. So he says, just have your channel. So
I think you just want to enjoy doing what you're doing, sort of thing.
Yeah, I just do it for fun, you know. If I'm doing a craft, I'll just film it.
That's the best thing. That's the best thing. If you enjoy what you're doing,
if you feel like it's a job, then
it's going to come out well. It's going to come across well, and people are going to love it.
Yeah.
So the answer to the question is keep doing what you're doing.
Well,
and who knows what the future brings.
It's the usual goals of beat GR's sub count.
yeah, definitely. Still got to do it. I think my sub count keeps going up, and I'm still not producing any videos, and I've removed all content.
God damn it!
You never know, Tam. You never know, Tam. When you get really close, I might just make videos. Just
boom,
literally, as soon as you go over that day, you go over. Be prepared. I might have actually been filming videos for months. I might have more stacked up.
Hit send.
Yeah. Or just literally,
he's backed them all up, and he's got put them
literally. You thought Vlogmas was bad. I've been doing Hourmas since the start of the year. Come in. Come in.
What do you think of the shorts, guys? I hate shorts.
I'm not a fan of it.
I've only ever done a couple, and actually one of them was with my dogs, and it actually got good views. But like, some people say it affects your YouTube in a bad way. Some people say it affects it in a good way.
Some people say it can make your channel go.
Yeah, but then James Collect's done one on a Pokemon ball. And he gained 3,000 subscribers, and his views just went absolutely nuts on it.
Yeah.
So I suppose it depends what it's all about.
Then are they going to be expecting the same content?
Yeah, I mean, but his is all about toys and Pokemon and stuff like that. So
content that people are going to stay for.
Yeah. I mean, and I think that's a problem with my channel. Is yes, I put up reselling content. Am I a reselling channel? No, I'm. But it can be different things. Like the other night, it was thunder and lightning, and I went, Sean's obviously leaving comments, but like I went and sat in my car in the middle of a lightning storm because I just love storms. So like, and it could be, you know, next day I could be at Cheshunt and World of Adventures or Thorpe Park or Alton Towers with my son, or you know, my kids. So it's night's life. So it's about anything.
Or the airfield.
Exactly. So you sort of gain some, and then they sort of, I suppose, they don't like your content, so they drop off. You know, eventually you're going to get the hardcore people that just stay about because they like you. And that's it, really.
I find wrapping stuff in old porn mags is a bit of a no-no, especially if we're selling items members of the clergy. To be fair, Tam and Belle would probably say it's a no-no, especially when you're sending it to someone who's 4 years old. And here is education.
Yeah. I
didn't realise Sally went into the barn and that's what she was after.
Steve's saying we're only a small channel, but we're loving doing the content. I think that's important. And the thing is, like, everyone's a small channel, you know.
Yeah,
I was on. I think when I first started reselling, I'd had my channel since 2000. I think I set it up in 2016. I got made furloughed in 2020, obviously the first lockdown, and I think I had 36 subscribers like for years.
How many lockdowns did we have? Was it 3?
Huh?
How many lockdowns did we have? Yeah,
3. Yeah, 3, yeah. Yeah. But the first one, I had 36 subscribers. Those were the days.
I miss it. It was like the summers never ended. Life was good.
It was the best weather ever. We went in the garden.
It's because all the traffic, all the traffic, a lot of the big businesses were shut. The pollution, and literally the ozone layer must have gone. This is what life's like.
A little breather, but also
the pictures of the animals, you know, going back.
And also the eBay sales in the first lockdown.
eBay was amazing,
fantastic.
That's
it was a great time to get reselling.
COVID. Bring it back.
Richard is 100% right. I can watch people do things I have no interest in, but if they're enthusiastic, it's infectious. And like, you know, it is if you give out positivity, you get positivity back, and that's what this channel's about. More than anything else, it's about being positive. It's about giving out positive vibes and making people happy, and that's it. Like I've said before, said it time and time again, if we were going live to 2 people, we'd still be exactly the same as we are for like 82 or 102. You know, it's all about the positivity, and I just like making people happy, even if it's at my expense. I don't care.
Can I see your laptop, please? I'd like to be happy.
No, piss off. You're not looking at my laptop. I'm not talking about it. Always be yourself. Unless you can be Santa Claus, then you can always be Santa Claus.
Definitely.
100%. I think Santa's amazing.
Yeah,
he's amazing.
I don't.
Pure magic.
We had him at Christmas. He was on our channel at Christmas,
he's a very nasty man, and he was no. I tell you why. I tell you why.
Naughty list.
I know. I'll tell you why. I've got my opinion.
Don't agree with him. Don't agree with him.
Because Santa, because when Santa came in, he left snow all over my living room floor over Christmas. I had to hoover it up. Christmas morning, I'm walking up at 4 o'clock by my daughter, and he's left snow all over my house. Come on,
Santa.
Clean your boots. Come on, Santa.
I think he'd learn after all these years.
But he did drink his drink, and he left me a thank you note, and I get all that. But I was just a little bit 4 o'clock in the morning. Do I want to be down there cleaning that snow up? Do I want to be sorting it out? Come on. So
if we've got any mods,
so it's not naughty. It's just
if we've got any mods in the chat, just keep dropping Tam and Belle's links in as well, please.
I meant to say about the YouTube thing. We had our first sort of not viral video, but our first video that actually got decent traction.
Yeah. Hi, Lisa. She's saying she misses the boom shakalaka.
The
We all
last,
miss the boom shakalaka.
So you're saying, Tam, you've just gone?
yeah, the last video got 2.5k views in 48
Oh,
Wow.
well, I'll tell you what, that's bigger than any video I've ever had, and I've got nearly 500 videos up.
That was a plush haul
It was
video.
just a £5
Uh,
mystery plush.
Wow.
But, yeah.
but then
2.5. That's bigger than any of mine.
it got on the recommended page, I think, or something.
Do you know what? Now I've got back into YouTube and that again. It keeps recommending my own videos, but I don't think it quite works like that.
You can't get your watch.
I have to take it back. Santa said sorry. You know what, Santa? You are a good one. You are a good one. You are a good one, Santa.
The boys
Yeah, of course he is.
I'll let him off now. I'll let him off now. You know, he said he was in a rush because he didn't have many houses to go to, did he? Only the whole world.
No, it's only a couple. It's not like not like it's got to go around
Santa,
everyone.
you know, I forget that at 4 o'clock in the morning. My head's not quite screwed on. Oh, that's all right. Well, what I'll do next time is I'll what could I do to the newspaper? I'll put some newspaper.
Just put a bit of newspaper down. That's it.
Yes.
Great idea.
There you go.
Or I might, or when he comes down, I might put like a little bit of where his drink is. I might put like some boot cleaner and a little bit of wet so he can wipe the snow off or kick the snow off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sean's saying after 90 minutes,
he's
he's
way too much.
Sean's saying after 90 minutes, I'm running low on JR piss taking. His bloody lovely guy demeanour is getting through, and I find myself wanting to sing to girls outside Hove train stations and take brilliant pictures.
I love him. I love Sean.
Yeah. He's good stuff. He's good stuff.
He's brilliant at this, but I tell you what, he's so good at what he does when it comes to selling.
Yeah,
the man is insane at what
fantastic Instagram page.
Yeah.
Brilliant Instagram page. But it's like, have you ever seen like, I suppose you've seen superhero things like Clark Kent and Superman, or like Batman and Bruce Wayne? That's him in here compared to his Instagram.
I know, exactly. And you know, it's just like a blue vase or something. He's got a big story about it. Like,
it's amazing.
He knows exactly where it came from, and
it's the history of it as well. It's brilliant.
Yeah, the whole history.
It's just fascinating. Yeah,
I love reading the stories about the things.
Definitely. And the other person that's got an amazing Instagram, our Santa Claus has got a brilliant Instagram.
Yeah.
Carolina Claus.
I love his pictures.
He is smashing it as well.
Santa's just said, I did make a mistake. I left some milk out for him last time, and he said, leave some whiskey instead.
There you go.
So that's probably why you probably thought,
leave me some snow.
I'll leave you some snow. If you leave me some milk, I'll leave you some snow. It's fair play. Yeah, it's horses for courses. I agree with that. I get that.
There you go.
I get that whiskey.
There you go. It's your turn, I think.
Was it my turn?
On the questiones.
What question are we on?
7, I think.
392.
7 of 45 million.
Question
it's going up. It's going up. We're getting more questions added all the time.
Question 7,272. What has been your best sale to date on eBay? So it might not have been the most value, but it's like the best one that you've had. The one you might have bought a bundle, you might have bought a single item, you might have gone and found something and thought it was absolutely nothing, took it home and gone, that's the best thing ever. But what has been your best sale on eBay today? The one that stands out so far?
What do you think?
Is it the glasses for SAD that you got off your face?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, that was one of them, yeah. I forgot to... Well, we did say a couple on our live, but we've got a different one. It was the SAD therapy glasses. You heard of them?
Do you know what? Sorry. I've only had half my gin. I've only had half my gin and I'm tiddly. Have you seen the videos going about with the SAD filter on?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny. I'm trying to find that filter. It's so funny because even if we were sat here and we're laughing and like, look, it looks like you've got the proper sad face on. It's brilliant. Oh, you got to look it up. You got to see it. It's
We'll look
brilliant.
up after the stream.
Up,
Yeah.
It just made me chuckle like so. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, go on.
You're
So
the professional tonight.
So someone's got to hold the fort. I'm like,
the hyper one.
Well, like I think, I haven't brought my laptop, so life's pretty good my end anyway. So we would say you're explaining about these glasses and
oh dear.
They're like glasses that you put on. They're like, and they've got like lights above them. And he's no affective disorder glasses.
Yeah.
This lady was selling
a set of two
pairs for £20.
Wow.
Was it Gumtree? It was
on Gumtree. So we do sometimes pick up stuff on Gumtree. So got them two for £20, and
you hadn't researched them or anything.
No,
I just thought, that's
I just thought that they look like they'll sell.
And then researched them, and you got home, you couldn't believe it.
I bought a bundle of the other stuff of her. That was just part of a bundle. I got like a Game Boy magnifying glass and everything off her.
Wow.
It was like totally £30, so they were about £20 there. And they sold for, I think it was 80 for one pair, and they were broken.
Jesus.
And the other pair went for about 95.
Wow.
Oh no, I thought of something even better.
You thought something better.
Wow.
Go on. Ready for it? And what was better than that?
Is that a good one?
The breast pump.
The breast pump.
Yes, I remember the breast pump.
Yeah,
I remember the breast pump.
You're my hero. You're my hero.
Wrong. He listed the beast pump.
I could have got 300, but I'd say that was a beast pump.
It was Debs, wasn't it? Dumpster diving Debs that said you've listed it wrong.
I
The
meant to say it was a beast pump when I was. So that was £6 about.
Yeah, but you hadn't listed it wrong. You just listed it with the accent. That's all.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what it was. Do they not understand?
Come on. Like, should have just said that's discrimination. That's not fair.
Exactly.
You don't call them potatoes, call them tatties. Come on, like
that was right in the title. Who does the wrong title one?
Yeah, who does stupid things like that?
Who does that?
I don't know.
Their laptop and stuff.
Oh, I don't know who does things like that. Silly sod. Yeah, silly arse. Yeah.
But we've not had any like massive, like you were saying earlier, James. We don't get really big giant sales like 300, 400, 500. We don't seem to get items like that.
No,
I think
you will.
I think if I was to sell something like I get worried.
Yeah,
I get worried if it's arrived. I overthink it. So I love
definitely.
I love making over £100 a day profit on stuff I've paid a couple of quid for. Like it's like it's a no-brainer. So
I used to get apprehensive just listing something that was like over £100.
No, I'm with you. I've even got like a Berghaus jacket there that has been there nearly coming up a month because I don't like listing stuff. I don't like listing big ticket items. I think the Vivienne Westwood hoodie I had, I think not only did I wear it, but I think it was 2 months, 3 months down the line. And then when I listed it, sold within a week. But I was apprehensive.
Everything was fine.
Yeah, of course, everything was fine. No, I got good feedback. Everything was perfect. Yeah. But I just
a mind block of it. It's like,
it's like anything over £50. I kind of go, I don't really want to list that. Like,
but then the £10-20, you're like, let's get.
I love it. I'm like, I buzz off it. I'm like, I just feel like that's my area. I just buzz off it, and it's like today. I went to the boot sale. And then I found another boot sale round the corner from me, which was like the best feeling ever. I didn't know it existed. I was just like, yes. And it's on a Saturday as well, which is perfect because then Saturdays are quite. So I went to one. I picked up the game that you saw there, the Imagine X, and I only got 3 Xbox One games for a £5. Imagine X is 25 quid, and another one was a tenner. The other one was a dud, but I'll put it aside anyway. So I got them, and then I was chatting to an old boy that I was chatting to, and he's like, "Oh, you're going to thingy around the corner?" I was like, "No, I've got no idea." He's like, "I'm going there now." So the boot sale was just starting to get good, but I was like, "This is a bit of an opportunity. Like, let's go and check this out." So I went round there, and it was quite good for clothing. There was a guy there who was like, "We get all our items for a charity, and all the clothes are £1." He says, "I don't even like get whatever you want for £1." So I was like, filled me bag up. So I was really, really happy. And then when I went back to the boot sale that I was at originally, all the bits I like, all the clothing bits I'm after are all there. Because I don't mind buying the TU and the George and all that type of stuff. Because like the other day I got all their hot pants for like the girls are wearing them. They've been flying out. I'm paying 50p a pound and I'm making £10, £12.
Yeah,
like I don't bother me. I'm like, because there's always going to be a bit of Sainsbury's. There's always going to be a bit of that, but because it's seasonal, and then I imagine it's going to be the same when Christmas comes. If I buy all the Sainsbury's and all them type of jumpers and I build them all up, I could probably ask for a tenner for £9.99 for all these jumpers.
Yeah, we did
and I reckon
jumpers last year.
and I reckon because they're not fussed what brand it is. People don't wait for the brand.
Jumper.
They wear it. They're as tacky as possible. Yeah. So I just think sometimes if you can be on it, but yeah, I've hit some amazing numbers this month and like some personal goals, and it's all off items that I probably paid no more than £2 for. But that's another reason why I like selling the lower value is that you're making better markup. So if I ever hit that tax tolerance, this is why I'd probably be scared to go on Amazon, because you don't get as much as the pie. I know if I turned over 80,000 or whatever it is, I know that 70% of that's profit. Where if I could probably, I'm not saying easily, and I don't ever want to say that, but if I went to Amazon, it does seem quite easy to flip a lot of money, but you're actually not making that big a profit. Yeah. And I think it looks really good on Instagram going, I've turned over 20,000 in a month. But if you're only making £1,000 profit, then it's not really that good.
I'm liking Sean's comment there. Best recent sale was 5 cups and saucers I bought from Apps Court Farm last summer for £26. They all sold within 2 days with a combined price of over 1,500 quid. Wow. The pics are on his Instagram, but not the sale price. Unreal. So if you see them on his Instagram, now you know he's made over £1,500 on 5 cups and saucers. That's brilliant.
That's phenomenal.
That's nice. Yeah,
it's got amazing eye.
Yeah, that's amazing. And that's what I say. And Sean probably will only sell 4 or 5 items a month, and then that's his wages done. Obviously, there's more effort with what I do, but it's like. But then I think sometimes if you know that you don't have that knowledge, then don't make it difficult for yourself. Yeah. I think Sean's very lucky. I think from what I understand, I think he's had a fantastic. I think his dad and his family, I think they've very much been into that business, and I think it's amazing because the more like Sean just becomes more unique because I think people that know pottery and vintage items, there's less and less and less out there.
Yeah. I know, and I love it because you'll never get those things again, and they're so old, and if you don't know, people just throw them away, and then you'll never ever see them again. It's amazing for someone to know what they are, and then you realise how special they are.
I can't wait for him to do the whole Del Boy thing. Like, I just can't wait. I really can't wait. If there's anyone who's on our friends list that we're probably going to come across it, it's either between him or Lee Cola Flipper. One of them's just going to go, I went to the boot sale and I've done it, guys. And it might not be a million, but I reckon one of them in our lifetime is going to hit 100,000. Be about 100,000. I reckon they'll come across it and it'll be like this piece of pottery. Actually, I thought initially it was Victorian, but it actually turns out it's prehistoric or something like that. They're going to come up with that, and it's just going. And we're all going to be like, wow, because some of the I know a lot of the like African or like that type of ornate that type of stuff, tribal art. Sometimes they can. There was one on the Antiques Roadshow that was like this, like sculpture. And I think that was like dated back to like before Christ or something. And they were like, oh, we just got given it, and it was worth like it was worth big numbers. Like I think it was worth £1 million or something like that.
All right.
And they were like, and I don't know if I thought it was a Jumble Trail or whatever they came across it on.
Yeah.
But you know,
Amazing.
sometimes
something popped up on my phone earlier, and it said someone had this vase on their kitchen windowsill for years. They picked it up cheap from somewhere. It was worth 1.5 million.
Wow.
wow.
How did they find that out though?
They must have gone and got it approved.
It's very simple.
I don't know.
Very simple. It's very simple. They popped the clogs, and the kids went and sold it.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But yeah,
I always find nice stuff, but it's not got marks on it or anything. And I think that looks really nice, but it's probably worthless. But you don't know because, or if you know what to look for, there maybe is a mark on it, like hidden in the pottery somewhere.
Yeah, and I find nice stuff. I find nice vases and stuff, but I can't scrape off the made in China and make it look like it was never there.
Yeah.
Made in China in the 15th century.
Yeah, and then try and palm it off as a Ming vase.
What Sean said is pretty much whereabouts my long-term plans are exactly.
If I was starting out, I would be following.
That's pretty much my business model. That's exactly where I am. I'm learning as much about all the bread and butter now. Yeah. And then as I go through the bread and butter, I'll come across it's like the other day when I got my, don't know if you saw on Instagram, I picked up 40 items, went to a charity shop, and I got loads and loads of bread and butter. But in that, I got a Rab gilet, which is 100% goose feathered. It is immense, and it's a vintage one as well. It's the old vintage Rab. So it's like, so when that comes into season, that'll be £100 plus item for like a couple of quid I paid for it. No, I'm wearing it at the moment. Yeah, I am wearing it. I'm wearing it tomorrow. I wore it today at the boot sale. I'm wearing it again tomorrow. Like, because it's just really nice to have at the boot sale because you've got the warmth, and then I really like the front pockets on it because I put all my change in one.
You deserve a treat.
Yeah, just
I will do until the season comes and I can then sell it, and then I'll be like, that's fine, and then I'll move on. Yeah. When the season comes, I know I can get top whack for it. I'll move it, and I'll be fine. I'll be absolutely fine. But it is cool. It is nice having a gilet, and I am gonna definitely keep having one because I normally have like I got it for traveling. It's like a bum bag, but it goes underneath your t-shirt. It's quite a thin one. So it's like it normally goes around like
a money belt.
Yeah, like a money belt. Yeah, that's what I normally have. But the gilet is even better because it's got the two front pockets there and zips. I have the change in one and the notes in the other. And today I was flying through all the stalls so much quicker. Nice. But it sounds daft, but all them little hacks. And the biggest hack that I have is every week I go to the post office and I get £40 worth of pound coins. So I've just got 40 quid in pound coins because I know I buy cheap, if that makes sense. So I'm all about the £2, £3, £4 per item. And then if I can just give them it, and it always makes the stalls smile. I always say to them, it's my little catchphrase is I always say, say I've got 4 items they sell me, and I say, will you take £3 for them? And they'll say, yeah. And they'll go, have you got a bag? And I'll go, yeah, I've got my big IKEA bag. And I'll say, I've got the correct change as well. I said, because you've done me a deal. I said, I hate it when people give £20 notes and you haven't got the change. And they always go, no, I really appreciate you having the change. So it just makes them feel happy as well. But and I think the nicer you are to people, because if they're regular, they'll remember you and they'll go, oh, you bought, I had a lady. Yeah, well, I had a lady in Morecambe the other day who was like, oh, I sold you that No Face jacket. She said the other week, she said, oh, my son's got rid of more jackets. And she gave me like 5 Berghaus jackets, all at £3 each. I was like,
nice. Nice. That's a lovely comment from Sean there. Lovely comment from Sean. Tam, you can always ask me. Just send a message with a pic on Instagram or Facebook. If I can help, I will. It's not an intrusion or an effort, so feel free. That's lovely.
Thanks, Sean. I'll do that then.
I tell you what, I've been rubbing off on him tonight.
Every single vase.
Don't lower the tone. Don't lower the tone.
You're so cheeky.
Thanks, Sean.
Wear that gilet and save on your heating bills next winter, James. Yeah. My wife bought me a Jack Wills one probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and it's still in the box under the bed. Probably worth money now. Probably worth what you bought it for.
Jack Wills is in just now.
Ah, he's clocked what I was wearing today. No, fix it for reselling goes to the same ones I do. And Lee also saw me go to the second one, and I was like, and I did tell him, I said, I've never been to this one before, and he was like shocked. But sometimes like you don't even realize there's some extra boot sales and this, that, and the other.
Oh, Daniel.
But Lee comes to he's coming to my neck of the woods. He goes to the one down the road from me on a Sunday, but he smashes it. He does so well.
Yeah,
him and the missus make the big money. They're so good.
Yeah. Yeah, vases are brilliant sellers, even the crap ones.
All right.
We
There you
sold
go,
a vase
see?
you got from the boot sale, didn't you?
Yeah.
Just recently.
Was it £15?
50 pence he got it for, and it went for 15.
£15.
Just from watching
Oh,
Sean's
nice.
things, he thought, oh, that looks
That's
kind of
brilliant.
similar. So, yeah, I mean, obviously it's no thousands, but
No, but
50 pence into
but 50p into 15, like
Yeah.
literally eBay is a license to print money. It's
And a lot of people
amazing.
don't like packing that stuff, so
Yeah.
there's lots of it out there. Even
Yeah.
And
a lot of-
this that is another secret weapon.
Yeah.
If you, because I'd say this is Richard's strong point. I'd say Richard could do well on breakables. I know he doesn't want to, but if he did, because his packaging is like
Marketing thing.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he could literally go and buy a load of vases, but
Exactly.
it's you'll work out what your niche wants to be.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it, and I want to, you know, because I've said to Sean, like, I'll meet him at Apps Farm and he can teach me the ways. But it's not what I'm saying is I'd be too worried about doing it like Sean does it. If that was the only thing, if I was niching down and just selling that, it would panic me selling breakables out all the time. But
now and again.
yeah, but I would like to, you know, if he sort of pointed what to look out for at car boot sales, I wouldn't be scared of picking them up and selling them. Definitely not.
Maybe Sean has some of them drops or whatever, you know, when he's doing his packaging. Was it hemp oil or whatever it is?
CBD oil.
CBD oil, yeah. It's a couple of drops of CBD oil, and then he does his packaging, and he's like, yeah, that'll go there nice and safe. And then when a customer goes, it's broken, he just goes, a couple of drops, and he goes, I'm so sorry that's happened.
sorry, man.
Sorry, man. I was having the time of my life. That's why he makes so much money, because when he's so chilled, he just puts extra zeros on the end of stuff, and then when it sells, he goes, yeah, I only wanted to sell it for 15, but it sold for 150.
During the war, I had a few memory cards. Can't seem to remember where I left them though.
During the war.
It's got to be Santa.
Yeah, it is Santa.
During the war.
Did you see Tam and his
focus on vintage
in the video?
Sean saying focus on vintage, rusty gold are good, DS sellers. Oh, rusty gold are good sellers, and they don't break like the global thrifters. Yeah. Oh dear. I'm definitely going to meet you at Apps and have a look, because like I need to learn the ways of the wise. And start going for a few. Do
you think when Sean walks around, he has like a Jedi cloak?
I think he does.
I think he does. Literally full Jedi mode. Walks around
it. You know, see his face.
Yeah, you know, when people see Jedis, like when you watch a film, and they're like, I think it's on episode 2, and they go, "There's a kickoff in the bar," and they go, "Nothing to see here, Jedi business." So when Sean picks up a vase, he just goes, "Doesn't matter, it's my business."
Yeah, exactly.
That has to be happening. Like
this, you will take £2 for the vase.
Yeah. Oh, what's that? Right, so we've got the next one is how are you finding parent life, and how does that work with eBay and YouTube?
you get this one, love.
Pretty much. Tam deals with eBay and things. I'll help out if he's like really struggling with the packaging and things like that. I'll take some photos every now and again, or if someone needs to go to the post office, and I'll get some stock. Although majority it's for myself because I love buying stuff. So yeah, it's pretty much.
It's a miracle we make any money, honestly.
I tell you what, you two are so amazing. Just your banter is like, it's like me and James. You're the actual couple of like me and James.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah,
you've not taken me to the cinema yet, though. You've not taken me to the cinema yet.
No, I haven't yet. No, I haven't seen you yet.
Or
I've never
Frankie
met you.
and Benny's.
Yeah,
I'm Frankie and Benny's, please.
Frankie and Benny's.
But yeah, so sorry for interrupting you, but I was trying to get a free Frankie and Benny's there out of that.
Worth a try, Jim.
Yeah, worth a try.
Yeah, so the boys, they're really good. They do get a bit bored if we take them to the charity shops, like during school holidays and things like that. So usually what I'll say is I'll take the boys to another shop that they like and then just leave Tam and we'll come back and get them, and so get the boys a cake and go and get some craft
stuff. And I'm still at the same bit in the same shop.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, come on, Dad.
Looking through every single handbag or something.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Oh, turns out it's not worth any money anyway. It's got a crack at the bottom. I should have just looked there.
That's it.
Yeah.
But they're really good.
That's good.
And they love that we do YouTube. Absolutely love it because that's all they watch, really. Eh?
Yeah.
That's what kids watch these days. It's just all YouTube. So
yeah.
And to be fair, YouTube's very safe, to be fair, especially like the children's version and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like Holly's on that, and like, to be fair, I think like some of the mannerisms are hilarious that she comes up with. The only worst part about it is that she seems to think everything's in dollars. So
dollars, yeah, that's the same place where I am. Dollars.
Yeah. I'm like, no, it's not dollars, Holly.
Are you making the big bucks, Dad?
Making the big bucks. I'm like, Holly, no, it's not how it works. It's not how this works.
Not making any money.
Yeah. No.
No, we're skint. We're robbing a bank. No, it's good though, and as you said there, it's good that parent life's going well, and that they like the YouTube, and as you said there, it is a juggling act with everything, because as you said that they are going to have their impatience. So,
but Holly Holly loves getting involved in your charity shopping and stuff. My son, he likes coming to the boot sale and doing the boot sale because he was selling his own stuff and he made 20 odd quid, so he loved that. But then I was trying to get him to. I went to have his braces tightened the other week, and there was a shop just up the road. So we went when they had his braces tightened. Then I wanted to go and have a look in this shop because it's called Grandad's Front Room. I think Amanda's been there, and the door was the shutter was up. There was furniture out the front, but the door was locked. So the guy was obviously in the loo or doing something out the back. Anyway, so I'm waiting. I'm saying, look, hold on, Aidan. Just hold on. It's open. Oh, it's obviously not. It's obviously not open because he wanted to go off to the army surplus place and get his shirt for his air cadets. So he's going, oh, it's obviously not open, and like blooming Kevin and Perry. Well, it's obviously not open because the door's shut and the door's locked. Yeah, but the shutter's up, Aidan. There's furniture out the front, so it's obviously open, and the guy's doing something where he's had to lock the door. Yeah. Just hold on 10 minutes. In the end, I just said, right, come on, let's go. I just thought, you're all right when you want to go to a car boot and start earning yourself some money. Yeah. But like when I want to pop in a shop, when we've got to go and buy your blooming army surplus gear after this, I just thought, I can't be bothered. Yeah, he was doing a bit of a Kevin. Oh, Mr. Patterson, Mrs. Patterson, sandwich, please. I was just thinking, shut up. Shut up.
So you will be happy to hear we've just got 2 more questions.
We've got rid of a load, have we?
Yeah. Well, 2 things have two things have happened. 2 things have happened. We were meant to finish at 9:30, but because you're here, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going until we finish. Oh. And also, we did have 4 million questions, so I will do 10 tonight. So,
Good
question
idea.
9, but I tell you what, there's going to be a long podcast after this. So question 9. So this might not be reseller. It might just be, maybe we'll find out a bit about you both, but it's actually aimed at both of you individually as well.
Okay.
But what are your individual favorite YouTube channels and why? So it might be completely different. Maybe you're into Mexican food juggling.
How's
Who
that
knows?
totally different? You want to go first or second?
I'll go first if you want.
Yeah.
I'm a wide range of things that I watch. If I find it interesting, I'll watch anything. So like for people like myself, like who like crafting or like hauls and things like that, I love Rosie Henshaw. I think she's fab. She's so lovely. And DIYI, she's a Scottish lady and she does hauls and crafting. She's brilliant. Kate McCabe and Luke Catalow and Mr. Carrington. And American
I watched Mr. Carrington. He's quite good, actually. He's just had all his loft done out, and he's just had a conversion done in his loft.
He's just got such a nice voice as well, and he's just so positive. I just like watching people that are positive.
He's on telly as well, isn't he? He does a telly program as well. So.
Sort Your Life Out.
That's right. Yeah.
Pack Lunch, I think he does.
Yeah.
And the American people that I like watching is I love Exo McKenna and Laura Caldwell. And Laura Caldwell's kind of like the American Sean. She does all antique things mid-century. And she's also doing her house up. And that's how I came across her. And Exo McKenna, she does thrifting and does her house up as well. So yeah, that's the things. But also like ancient history, things like that.
Yeah.
Ancient secret discoveries.
Aliens, Egypt, all that sort of stuff.
I'm glad when you started saying ancient things, you didn't say you like watching Nightfly.
She's older than me.
I am.
Oh, are you? Toy boy.
Only 17 days.
17 days.
Well, that's all right. I think
I'm exactly the same. I think my wife, we're both 88, myself and my wife, and she's February and I'm July. Right. All the way until July, I will milk it. I'll milk the egg.
For 17 days, he's like, "How old are you?
I'm exactly 3 months older than my wife. Exactly 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy how all our partners are literally the same. Yeah.
Because usually there's some sort of age gap.
Yeah.
It helps. Yeah. I think it helps a lot because you both live the same time, whether you've done different things.
We were born in the same hospital.
Yeah, we were born in the same
hospital. Wow. Really?
Wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
17 days apart.
Yeah.
Oh, that's mad.
Yeah.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Amanda's saying she loves Mr. C. Is always and likes my messages on Insta. Nice. Yeah. We've got Gary. Gary's here. You're late. Oh, Gary.
Oh, you've missed out.
You've
missed out. You've missed out on The Simpsons.
He's back to normal white colour now.
So he can watch it back. Maybe it's my bulb gone. I don't know. It's a mad thing to happen. But I've got another one anyway. I got a free one from Amazon. So the wife bought me one. This one was broke, and then they sent me another one out. Didn't want the old one back, so I managed to fix this one. And so nice. I've got a spare now. So there you go. Sean saying another tip. This should be obvious, but anything related to parties, celebrations, cakes, or the royal family, dig out and list. I've got 2 cups, like teacups, next door with the royal family on. Oh, there you go. I'm going to dig them out then tomorrow. The peak should be next week. Then it will drop as the last post kicks in. I've still got my coin from the Golden Jubilee from '77. I've still got my big coin that they gave out on the Jubilee then. So there you go.
The book now, Rich.
They were only worth about 2 or 3 quid last week. So
really?
we'll have to get them out and get them on.
Get the biker mice from Mars to be touching it up or something.
Yeah.
We've got Stephen saying, I like Laura Caldwell too. Never liked the woman she used to do YouTube with though.
Oh, I didn't watch her then, but Yeah, I
You
think
watched
she's
her
so
since
nice.
she was.
Yeah, I just
Talking
watched her.
talking of displaying items, I came across a really weird store last year or the year before when I first started getting into reselling, and it's a guy who wears 2 black gloves, and he displays all his items with his hands. So if he has a phone, he'll have his gloves like that, and he'll be like this, and then he'll do that, and he just stands there. You don't see his face. He's like in a morph suit, and he does that. And his items, he has to top whack, but because he's such a gimmick, I think people just like buy. I think it's something like the Mimic Man or something like that on
that's
eBay.
cool, eh?
And it's like a really cool, like as you said there, positioning stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, my trailer thought, it's like something happens and then it triggers you. But yeah, that was the most weirdest like displayed items I've ever come across. But all his items, that's what he does. He must like basically have like his foot pressing the camera, or he puts it on a timer, and he just holds all his items and he like displays them or holds them. And I suppose the benefit of that is that you wouldn't need to really get a size of an item, because you could work out from all his pictures and all these items, how it is. So Tam, coming to yourself, what is your favorite YouTube channels? What are your?
Well,
you don't have to say this one. Don't feel honestly, you don't have to say this one.
He does watch his religion.
You can say Boom Shakalaka. You don't have to.
There's no videos there. There's no videos.
I did watch this channel called Reselling, but it's a few.
There is no video.
He's giving up, mate. He's giving up.
James,
well, that's what Instagram's about now.
And well, obviously, what I would say is I'll say the channels that I watch together with. I watched loads on my own, but the channels that we watch and when they always pop up is kind of like if it's a new video, it will get watched pretty much that day or the next day.
Yeah.
It's your channel, Rich. No, I'm not just. We're not just saying that.
No, it's true.
Thank you.
Yeah, true. Well, Rich has done one, yeah.
Yep. At least you must be the one person then. What is it?
That's it. That's why you get a comment for us.
Oh, that's what it is. I wondered who the one viewer was.
Two.
Oh yeah, 2. Yeah, but 2. But like it only shows up as 1.
M's Den.
Yeah.
Channel.
Yeah.
Lovely people.
So nice.
Left us another lovely message before the
live. I like the bloopers at the end. I think the bloopers are amazing. I just think anyone that does, I just think bloopers are brilliant. I just love them.
Superb channel. Brum Reseller, obviously.
Obviously.
George Ross, ABL, Chaddy Pete.
Dave who? Dave who?
That Dave guy.
I don't know that channel.
He's given a super chat tonight, so you've got to be super nice.
Oh that Dave. Oh yeah. I know.
What's some of this? Try to think some of this.
He watches MD fish tanks. He loves fish stuff as well.
I used to love
I think I knew that.
Did you ever used to?
I think I already know that though, but I don't know why I know that. I think you must have talked about it on one of your videos, and you talked about your fish in the house. I think that's why I know that.
Did you ever used to watch the 2 guys in Las Vegas that build the massive fish tanks for like all the stars and that?
Yeah.
I used to watch them all the time. I used to be waiting for them to put a video out.
Yeah, we watched pretty much them all.
We did,
yeah.
My brain is not working.
He's looking on his list.
I watch Mark Blue Harvest Toys.
Yeah,
that's personally.
Yeah,
good old Mark.
Because I love toys, obviously.
Yeah,
and Matt he just likes watching people's bidding on toys and
watching auctions.
Amanda loves. She's good at toys.
And at home with the Buckleys.
I love At Home with the Buckleys. I love James and Claire. They're amazing.
Actually, what we watched together.
Actually, I've got to catch up on theirs because I haven't watched their last few.
Ketchup or catch up?
I've got to catch up with some ketchup because he's always doing barbecues. So I've got to catch up with some ketchup.
He loves barbecues.
Oh, he does love a barbecue.
His little boy's so good at music, playing the guitar. He's really
good. Yeah.
We we watched Flip and Sloth and Rummage Around. Oh,
Yeah.
Almost forgot my favourite channel, no offence, is Ian Masterpieces.
That's no offence taken.
No,
Ian's great.
we love
Love
him.
Ian's great.
If you go and have a look, go back one time, go and look at all his original content. Go and have a look at for how long ago I was commenting on his videos.
Right.
I think I was part of the 100. I think I was part of the 150 crew.
Mhm.
I was there at 150 subs. Yeah, if you go back to his original stuff, you'll see my comments.
I think I was pretty early as well.
Yeah. He's got
Yeah.
such a lovely voice, and he seems
When he was
so
just
genuine.
doing the figures, remember? He used to just pretty much do figures, yeah.
When he first started,
And he was in his basement, obviously, in his basement.
For me, how it's all growing, and like, I remember when he had his first thing in the background, and he I think it's from the Trackmaster, wasn't it? One of the first pieces he put behind him, and then he just started building it up. But
he sent your car in.
Yeah.
No, I've spoken to Ian. I've got his address. So the cars will be going off Monday.
We can't give away too much information, but they have been at the body shop. There's been big changes.
Yeah, we've had them in at Hot Rods Are Us. Hot Rods Are Us.
We might get disqualified because we've had a lot of modifications done.
Oh no!
Look, if you've ever seen the film Cool Runnings and why the coach got disqualified, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I have got to say another few actually. Obviously, Cola Flipper, watch him, but he doesn't post that much.
No,
it's quite. But
you'll find a bit. Yeah, I'd say about Caller Flipper. I think the next podcast will help a lot of questions, understanding a bit more. I think if you like Caller Flipper, like we all do, and everyone who's watching us in the chat, I think the podcast this time next week, I think will make us all realize actually his situation and like actually probably why he doesn't get as many videos out, why he does what he does.
Yeah,
he's active on Insta. He's definitely 100% active on Instagram. And as you said, Ricky Lee, it's good to have Ricky Lee back because he was obviously quite quiet for a while. He was on his Instagram, but he's back really on it.
He puts loads of videos out now, and
and
obviously he's had these issues with anxiety and stuff as well, or other issues. But he's a brilliant,
it's fun to watch.
Brilliant videos, and he's always got the banter going at the boot sales.
He never
with
takes
other people.
himself too seriously either. You know, it's
really like him.
Yeah.
I like his Monopoly. I did like his Monopoly thing with that guy, and he went. Oh, it's still there.
Yeah, that was.
I did that the other week because of him. There was this guy who was selling these. They were like tree felling trousers, and they're worth money. They're worth like £100. They're good trousers.
Yeah.
And I said, how much for him? And I think the guy was like, £90. And he was like, it have to be £90. So I went past him the week after watching Ricky's video, and I said, I see your tree felling trousers are still there. They haven't sold for £90 yet. I was like, sod it. I was like, if they're going to keep being silly, because I get it if he listed it on eBay, they are worth that. I'm not saying they're not worth that, but if you're selling at a boot sale, when does that tree felling guy come there and want to buy a second-hand pair of tree felling trousers
for £10 off?
Yeah, for £10 off new, ain't going to happen.
There's a few American channels as well, but honestly, my brain just doesn't work for.
I used to watch. I used to watch Lonnie Shed Flips. I used to watch Shed Flips all the time, Lonnie, but I haven't watched him for a long time.
Rural Squirrel. Obviously, you've had
Kristin's amazing. She's so absolutely brilliant. She's another one that you watch her, and you can just feel the positivity coming across. You know what I mean? It's just brilliant.
There's quite a few. Like there's loads of American channels I watch.
NC Flipper as well.
NC Picker, NC Flipper.
Yeah, did I say the wrong one?
Yeah, he's got two channels.
Yeah,
you got Shay, MD Picker. You got Rachel Strickland. We had Rachel on. Rachel's brilliant as well.
Most of the ones you have had on, we watch quite a lot.
Yeah, they're really good. Just fantastic.
Right, Richard, I've just got the time in.
And,
so let me 10 o'clock. We're almost at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, last question.
Wow. So, what is your 10-year plan? Have you got a 10-year plan for your eBay and where you want to see yourself?
Yeah, where would you like to be in 10 years? This might be like
goals and plans. Have you got goals and plans?
definitely.
And actually, if you want to know about goals and stuff like that as well, watch the podcast next Saturday.
We'll definitely be watching
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh, I dropped my mouse again.
The main plan is to sell this flat that we're in and
Yep.
get a proper family home with like an
Yeah.
attached front and back garden, so we can just. That's where
The boys could
where
play
we could
safe,
stay pretty
and so
much.
they've
The
got
rest.
a room each as well,
Yeah.
because they share a room just
'Cause
now, and they need a room each.
The flat we're in now, the garden's not attached to the house. It's a big garden, but
Yeah.
we'd want to just be able to open the doors and
Yeah.
you know, it's a small dream, but
Yeah.
that's one of the goals.
Mhm.
Other goal is to
That's a good goal. That's a nice goal to
Yeah.
have as well. That you want a nice family
I-
home as well.
Belle wants to do more crafting and stuff.
Yeah.
You want to,
Mhm.
and you want to find.
I
other
would
stuff.
love if we did manage to get the 3-bedroom house. I would love it to have like maybe a garage where I could do upcycling furniture. That's another thing that I love doing.
Yeah.
And then just upcycling, just
Maybe
selling
have-
it every now and
yeah.
again. That's what I would like to do.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nice.
10 years is quite a long.
Yeah.
Quite a long time though, because we'll be almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point of it. It's almost like a retirement plan. That's
Yeah.
why we asked 10 years because a lot of people
We'll
sometimes
say a
don't.
5-year plan.
But honestly, like the 10-year plan, almost we position that to like Lee, and it's really interesting because it's a really good question, because people sometimes are just, and there's nothing wrong with it, and I probably am part of this. People, I'm quite happy just to live it year by year and enjoy every moment, and like I don't want to think too far ahead. Some people do think too far. They are thinking ahead, but that's not a bad thing. It's not a negative whatsoever. And I think sometimes, that's why we asked that question. Why we wanted to ask you guys is because, it's a big question in the sense of that. 10 years is a long time ago, but as you said there, that's a brilliant thing to aim for. You've got your flat. You want to move into that house. You've already just told us what house you want. You want the 3 bedrooms. You just said that. So that's it. That's
we
important.
also want to get a car as well, because we've not had a car for a long time. And Belle can drive. I don't drive, but Belle can drive. But just being able to afford a car is it's sort of one goal at a time. Like get the
just
house.
Think of the amount of stock you'll be able to bring home.
I know exactly. Fun.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying. I want to swap. I want to swap my car for a van. I was so jealous. I was so jealous of Dave ABL's transit van. I just saw it and I thought, oh, I'd love to have a van.
Really?
Love to have a van. The bigger, the better.
The Volkswagen vans, like the camper
so
vans,
cool.
that'd be fab. The boys love those as well. That'd be nice.
I'd have to get myself a big Mercedes Sprinter. More room, the better.
Nice.
We've got Bang Bang Duck in. Good evening. Commonwealth Picker, Craigslist Hunter, Cincinnati Picker. Yeah, they're good.
Yep, watch all them as well.
Definitely good
I've
ones.
probably missed. I hope I've not offended anybody with my list. There is.
No,
I absolutely watch loads of people.
It really does. Pretty much every reseller.
And the thing is, you can't remember them all. You can't remember them all. I've been watching a lot of bounty hunter ones at the minute. I like watching the bounty hunters. I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
Just think it's funny seeing them going and arresting people.
I like
watching action figure ones too.
to get new positions.
Yeah, that's it.
New positions for the listing.
All for research.
All research.
Yeah, that's what it is. Despite now looking like his liver's packed in, I've been informed to remote Borneo tribes he is a sex symbol. Find out what the pennons, the horn, the Instagram Mitchy Rich star. You can always rely on Sean. Trying to get through these quick. Car is a luxury. But sometimes it can be used as a tool as well. I use mine as a tool. I don't think of it as a luxury. I'd rather not have a car and walk everywhere, so that I'd at least do some sort of fitness. But I find for me it's a tool, because all I do is I drive my son around and I pick stuff up or go shopping. That's it. I don't use it for actually anything else. My wife's got a car you know, if we needed to sort of go away on holiday for a week or something. So I use mine as a tool, and if you use it as a tool, then I don't think you can go far wrong. Abandoned videos, yeah, I like watching the abandoned videos as well. They're good. Some channels I watch regularly. YouTube.
Cookie and the Haydens. I can't see. I forgot a huge one, but we
watch them.
We watch them every Monday.
That's
Who?
terrible.
Who's that?
Cookie and the Hayden Chris.
I don't know. No, I've never heard of that channel.
Lunchtime, but doesn't eat any food. Lunch. Boy.
Oh no, I've never heard of him. No, I don't know who that one is.
Lunchtime thing.
Oh no, I've got an idea. We'll all start getting tiki glasses, and what we'll do is we'll all buy it, and then we'll all come together, and I'm gonna start his tiki collection.
Yeah, James. Yeah, James is still doing the monthly podcast. It might even be more than monthly. It depends how we go and how many we get in the bag. It'd be good to get ahead, but yeah, he's still doing the podcast because he's more interested in the podcast because we can film at any time. We can work it around his family commitments, his working commitments. So for me, I'm quite happy to do it anytime, you know, but obviously this man's concentrating 100% on his business, and rightly so. It's horses for courses, you know. That's the way James wants to go, and I say I 100% back him. It's gonna be weird next week, but like I'll be here. Hopefully you lot will be here. Otherwise it'll be a bit lonely. It'll be like working like the reselling journey, working on my own. Spend 8 watches. Oh, the crushing machines. I used to watch the crushing machines where they were good. How you doing, Tommy? Tank the Bounty Hunter. I'll have to have a look at that one. I don't know that one. I've been watching Patty Mayo and Southland Bounty.
Sounds like a really bad sandwich.
No, it's brilliant. Hang on, I'm just trying to find Amanda's. James, we will miss you so much. You have been amazing on here, and I've loved watching this every week. Thank you so much. And I'm not going to be nice. And she says I'm not going to be watching it anymore. So that's it.
It's not the same with it, James.
She does well. Yeah, and as Richard said, I think the plan is, you know, we're going to build up them podcasts, and they might come out a bit more regularly. If you want to follow me, I'm on Instagram, you know, and I'm there. As Richard said, we'll see what, you know, see what happens in a year, see what happens in 2 years. But I know exactly where I need to go. And the issue is it's focus, routine, and a lot of dedication. Whereabouts I am now being full time.
The problem with you is you're easily distracted. Like you said, you're easily distracted. And this, for you, is a distraction that you don't need when you're getting up early for the boots. Whereas me, I finish this and I sit up till stupid o'clock anyway. So it don't matter to me.
I'm up at 4 o'clock. I've got to be there. I've got to be engaged. And the amount of times I've had things just swept out right in front of me this year. And I think I just need to just be that little bit more focused. And I'm also trying to change my sleep pattern. It sounds daft. But it's for me, I'm thinking of getting up a bit earlier, maybe getting up at like 4:30 in the morning. It sounds daft, but get all my packaging, half my listing done, and then take Holly to preschool, and then I can then almost go sourcing for the rest of the day. I've just got a lot of plans for my business, and I just want to have better sleep patterns, and I also want to try to improve my fitness as well. Just lots going on. But the podcast, the ideal thing for the podcast is that we can film it. Any day, any time that kind of suits, it falls better. I don't have to be up the next morning, and but yeah, I want to keep my toe in YouTube.
We can also concentrate on the podcast. I love the interaction, but like obviously I'm sat here and I'm going through, and I don't like missing any comments or messages. On a live. What did I say?
Podcast.
Did I? Oh well, you know.
It's okay. I'm here for 5 more minutes.
Yeah, so next time, next week, if I say anything wrong, you just have to roll with it.
It's not old age. It's not. It's old timers. Old timers.
That's what I'm saying. It is that old timers disease. But that's what I'm saying. You know, what was I saying?
You were saying when you get distracted by the chat, basically. You get distracted by the chat. When you do, but when you're doing a podcast, there isn't a chat there to distract you, so you can focus on the guests.
You think he's really quiet?
I did not.
Well, when we're doing the podcast, obviously it's you know. we're sort of talking to each other, having a discussion. Some of our, like, I always say it, some of our best discussions have been once we finished doing the lives. And like, you know, you're probably gonna, we do this for fun and entertainment and to cheer people up, and you learn stuff along the way, whereas the podcast is going to be more sort of towards the hopefully teaching you something or getting people on that are going to teach you something. So you know, it's going to be sort of more business orientated and sort of on the serious side.
Yeah.
And so far, you know, people have been enjoying it, which is fantastic. What's this? There will be merch. Bring back JR. Yeah, 100%. I'll be making them, so don't worry about that. I'm doing a boots. Amanda's doing a boots out at full tomorrow. Fingers crossed for the weather. Right, let's quickly whiz through these. Did you know that Alex is going to rent out the retail property? Oh, Stephen. Sean saying there are plankton clinging onto underwater vents that put more effort into YouTube than this dude. So it's good he is off. They are reselling, or it's ping pong balls and Vaseline. Oh dear. Well, thank you guys. We still got 66 of you in, which is absolutely immense.
Thank you very much.
What's this? Who shot JR? No one shot him yet. So but thank you so much. Thank you to you guys. You've been amazing. And
thank you,
you know,
both, yeah.
for a couple that have got anxiety and stuff like that, I mean, you have absolutely, I wouldn't even worry about it anymore. You've absolutely conquered that one because you are doing amazing. You know, like I say, you know, sometimes even I've been doing this for a year and I panic when I'm coming on thinking, what am I going to, but it just always flows. But you two,
I don't.
No, he don't care.
You don't.
But you two have, and I'm not just saying it, I'm not blowing smoke up your backsides. You have absolutely killed it, and I'm so proud that you've of how far you've come, and sat here tonight doing this in front of, like, you know, I think we had nearly 90 people at one stage.
Really?
I just think you've done amazing. Bang bang
you.
duck. Everyone's
definitely, guys. I was like, for me, I loved your Christmas message when you said thank you to us all, and that was really special. That like made my Christmas.
Definitely, so, Tommy. Yeah, definitely.
Have you guys on here on my last live means a lot. Definitely mean that.
Thanks,
and also it's not the last live ever, because we're still going to obviously have Halloween. We're still going to have things happening.
Christmas
so it's still Christmas. I'm still going to be appearing. It's just that at the end of the day, I just can't be here every week, and I'll be here on special occasions, and if I'm free, I might jump in, I might pop in. I'm like Santa. I've got a key to the door.
Got a magic key. But the thing is, like, everyone's obviously saying they're going to miss you, and like, you know, you've been great, and it's 100% true. And I want to say here and now, like, you know, like I say, it wasn't planned to have you on. I mean, this has all stemmed from like one live that I did one afternoon, and I've been speaking to James in the chat, but like never knew who he was. He'd never been on YouTube, and then he came on a live, and it sort of stemmed from there. And we've got this amazing friendship now, you know, and we've made many friendships, but you know, we talk every day, and like I say, the Saturday Night Live has just been amazing, because like we get on here and everyone says about the banter and this, that, and the other, you know, and it has been brilliant. And I just want to thank you for the past 12 months of doing this with me. And it's been good, mate. It's been good. And like I say, it's going to be no different for me, really, because I talk to him every day anyway. So like, it's the same old thing for me. But I just wanted to say thank you for doing this, and it means a lot. You know, it's meant a lot, and the friendship means a lot. And
100%.
Just like the friends we've made along the way. Spice Girls reunion, definitely not. See you later, Tommy. Yeah, definitely.
I love how dry that was. I love how dry that was. Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, definitely not. I've still got the costume, but
it's the same. It's the same if you ask us, are we doing Vlogmas? Definitely not.
Definitely not. And actually, actually, James agreed to that, and I got roped into that one. So
yeah, I blame Wasim, and he's not even doing YouTube videos anymore, so it's all his fault.
Thank you, Bang Rank Up. It means a lot. Betty White shot JR. Wow. Sean's saying, is JR back training? Is it like Take That with Robbie, popping back to Gate Crash the Good songs. Yeah, that's what it is.
There's talks. There's talks. Just pulling it all out. But nah, I appreciate everyone's lovely messages, and it's been an awesome 12 months just doing this consistently. But it's my first year doing my business. I've just got to put 110, 120, any last percentage I can into the business, because sadly everything around us is going up, and I don't want to go into any form of depression or anything to do with my mental health. Because I'm so happy right now. And if you can look back at whereabouts I was when I was doing the videos, if you follow it, if you can see where I am, I've always said it what's happening when we're doing the lives, whatever we've done. I've been transparent about my whole journey, about anything. And as I've even said tonight, there was a point in January or just early February where I had £120, and that's the difference. I've just got to take it really, really seriously. And the thing is that if I was working for someone, I'd probably be working harder than what I am actually currently working now. So I've just got to work just as hard, if not harder. And I've got to say to myself and look at myself really seriously and go, when I work for someone for 8 hours, I put 8 hours in for them. Why am I not putting 8 hours in for myself? And that's why the Saturday has to come away, because if my boss said I have to turn up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I have to serve customers and I have to be on it, I would be there. So why am I turning up to these boot sales tired, knackered, exhausted? And that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, exactly.
And the last thing I want to do to myself is take the mick out of myself. I've just got to take it seriously. But good things will come from this. One good year at this, I might be able to, because I'm concentrating on clothes, I might be able to start finding a wholesaler. That might front my Saturdays again, because I might grow and I might not need to go to boot sales because I'm just doing bread and butter clothes. But we'll see what the future brings. So definitely going to be in. Thank you very much, both of you, for this evening and being on here. It's been amazing.
And on that note, guys, we are going to wrap it up. Thank you. Like, again, you two are smashing it as well. If you're not subscribed to these two guys, go and subscribe. I've put all the links in the description. So go and check them out. They're an amazing couple, and just their laughter are infectious. Without everything else, their laughs are infectious, and they're amazing on screen. So, like, you wouldn't even know that they have anxiety, because they're just come over so well. Thank you to everyone that's been here for the last 2 hours and 37 minutes.
Wow.
You're all fantastic. I say I didn't expect it to go on this long. Thank you to James. I've got a lifelong friend in this guy, and like I say, we talk every day, and we still got the podcast, which are only going to get better. The next one's out next Saturday, because obviously this guy won't be here. So, but I'll still be here, and we'll still be back for more fun and games. So hopefully you lot will be here. Definitely. And we're going to say good night. Thank you to everyone.
Good night, all.
Good night.
See you later.
Adios. See you all soon.